After quite a long battle that was fought from a round of 128, we are down to the last two battles of tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wishing you a very warm, good evening because, of course, the weather is pretty warm. We are entering the summer, and let's see if the matches will be heated up as well as I welcome you into the Algambo Esports Presents Battle for Crown, powered by Credox and supported by Vista Games. It is the third place matchup going to be happening between Nova Esports and Celestial Titans. And right after this one, we'll have a grand finale. And obviously, to be the voice of the game, going to be myself, Ray. And joining me is going to be a great play-by-play talent in all over India. It's going to be Sarah on the casting desk with me. So hello, Sarah. It's a pleasure to have you back with me. How are you doing today?
Hello, hello. Thank you for that introduction, Ray. And of course, it is a pleasure to be on the same
Sir,
casting desk
what's your
all over
command?
again. So,
Thank
of
you.
course, tonight is going to be one
I am the
of
daughter
those
of
nights
Northernvale.
where we
I
find
swear to
out
protect it till my
who
last breath.
secures that third place position. So far, we had seen the semifinals yesterday. Four amazing teams. They really did so well, especially the match against CT versus the grand finalists, the first grand finalists. They
Eyes
did
wide shut.
so well. Yes, eyes. They did so well, but somehow I believe there were a little bit of server differences, and eyes came out on top. Other than that, the second semifinals too, absolutely wonderful from both the teams. But however, Nova Esports did lose out on to the third game, and
The
unfortunately,
Immortal One
they
chose
did
me to
have to
vanquish
move
the
down to the lower
shadows
bracket. But
that
other than
plague
that,
this
Ray, I
world.
think
Welcome to the
today we are set
greatest
for some
mag show of
amazing
all
games.
time.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, both of these teams played complete teeth to the death against their opponent, but obviously there were some server differences as well as obviously maybe a few silly mistakes and a few chokes that caused the games to go haywire or maybe even 180 and ended up in a completely different scenario. Obviously, yesterday almost all of the matches went three game. Yep, both of the games went to third match, so it was a decision maker for both. But ultimately, obviously, the side of teams Cyber Drifters and Eyes Wide Shut are
I'm
right
not
now
the only
waiting in
one
the grand
bound
finals,
by these
obviously, to face off each
chains.
other later on at 7:30 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned for that one. Other than that, obviously, this is the third place decider who will get to share a little bit of that prize pool. So let's see. For now, we'll get the standard bans. Obviously, Nova Esports, they're well aware that there's a Fanny user and they do not want to see it right in the first game, so they knock it out. Other than that, there's going to be a Phobius ban, might be showing that they do want to prioritize the Hareth. And from the other side, it's just going to be a classic Freya and a Harley ban. It should be a Zushin ban right now, unless they want to go for perhaps the Marcel ban as well.
That's the thing, these days there's a lot of respect bans plus meta bans
Different
coming in at the
perspectives
same time
expose
into
the
the
same
draft, and
truth.
Nova
Three,
Esports are
two,
definitely playing
one.
it smart. They know that Kens is so good onto that Fanny, and that is one of the reasons they have taken it away. The Suyo will be taken away too, so that's two of his comfort picks already banned out, and that leaves him with the Leomord or some
Butterfly
other
is
fighter
born
jungle
by
to
thy
be played.
wish,
Other than
guided
that,
by
Nova can
lantern's
easily
light.
counter that with the Jushin, and that's exactly what they pick up. Your vibes there, Ray. And CT, meanwhile, they should be able to get the Harriet or the Claude along with the Phobius or Esme on towards the EXP, whichever they want to pick up.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the Zushin, obviously, but the fact that Celestial Titans are kind of confident on giving her
Valor and
away, let's
royalty
see
in a
what
dead
counterpick they can
body.
go for.
Magic is
Looks like
my
they're rushing the
life.
Leomord along with the Harriet itself because of the fact that the Phobius was banned out. So
Rocks
the
need
Eve will
no
still remain
protecting.
open for the next pick, perhaps, because usually that's what they go for. But oh, they're rushing even the Paquito a little bit early, I believe. The Baksha makes sense, but the Paquito quite early. Yesterday, we did not really see a lot of fruitful execution as much as we hoped to. I mean, it makes sense. He's appearing in the MPL, so obviously the Indian players they want to recreate that magic, but they're not exactly getting the spell formation correctly. So let's see if the Paquito works out today. On the other side, Celestial Titans they have the opportunity right now to perhaps pick up the Eve for themselves, or else, or maybe even the Zatian, because I believe it will get banned out from the side of Nova Esports, Sarah.
That's exactly what. And for now, honestly, I feel like Nova has a decent draft, especially the Baxia and the Jushin
You are
together
facing a
can do a
cluster.
lot of wonders. But there we go.
I've
That's
been
gonna be a
waiting for
glue
too
coming in
long.
from CT, and glue is one of those, ekdam cutter combos for Team Nova Esports. And that is actually going to be a bit of an issue, especially for the Paquito and the Baxia, because if the ultimate from the glue snatches them back to the enemy territory, will be in a lot of danger. The guard gets taken out, smart work. Quite probably the Lilia or the Yves get taken down next, or maybe the Valir. Of course, the Valir. How can we forget that? But CT, meanwhile, they are taken out with the carry, and it's a no-brainer ban that they take out the Claude as well up next. So for now, it feels like CT has a slight edge, but Nova Esports can overcome that.
Yeah, I love that you pointed out. And prioritizing the glue, I do like the glue against the Jushin for a simple reason. Well, he can obviously with the grab, he can get on top of her, which kind of renders her useless because obviously she cannot pick up glue in that state, and that really disrupts her skills as well as obviously her movement, which makes her vulnerable to someone like Leo Mord or even they had it that can burst her out. On the other side, Celestial Titans are okay, makes sense. Oh, they had the Harit, so they don't exactly want the Granger, sorry, the Claude or the carry to be left out open. But okay, they're going for the smart ban from the side of Nova Esports, I believe, because the Gord is also a good potential because Gord has the range and the poke to really bother Zushin from the early to mid or even in the later phases. Not to mention his Mystic Gush. A lot of people have been, before a few days, before I guess the MPL, a lot of people had been kind of undermining the Gord. They don't really consider him a threat until they get melted down by the true damage that comes with the Mystic Gush. So now people know it. So when you're playing the tanky heroes, it's kind of the smart move to just ban him out, Sarah.
That's exactly what even the international meta is rotating so much along that guard, obviously. So it looks fine overall for now for both the teams. The bans are also decent, but the only issue Nova can face is the fact the Valir and the Lilia are still open, and both of them can counter the Jushin if played properly. So obviously, we will be seeing what happens in this game. The Sora comes in though for the side of CT. Again, a very good pick to go in for those setups. And then you've got the Leomord and the Harriet to burst people down. So maybe they want to get something like the Valir or the Farsa along with that Sora. But Nova Esports here, they do not have the opportunity to pick up on the Valentine in this game because they've already locked in their EXP as well as mid. So the other option they are left with is the Vadangon for the Rome, which is a bit of a unique choice against this kind of a draft, and the Moskov on towards the goal lane. Now the Moskov is going to be the key to victory because the rest of the heroes, they do not really have that kind of damage, if you know what I mean.
I get you. And you know, Sarah, it's kind of weird to see, or maybe it's just the Algambo Esports thing. I'm not too sure, but the Sora has not been that impactful lately. I don't see him being picked up that often anymore, and the Terizla is obviously way more favored, which I'm surprised that it was not banned or picked in this game. Maybe it might show up later on, but going for a Novaria, I mean, I understand they don't want a mage that is, kind of short ranged against the Zushin because obviously you're going to get picked up and CC'd, but to go for a Novaria, that's a risky play, unless we might see a lot of snipe shots coming in match. But the side of Nova Esports, they're going with a dual fighter composition, one of them being a roam. It's a risky play because I've seen it fail numerous times, but there are moments where clutch plays can happen as well. So, Sarah, which draft are you kind of slightly liking a bit more? I will be honest, I like Nova Esports draft for some particular reason.
Like I was tilting towards inclining towards CT's draft, honestly, because of their first four picks, but this Novaria kind of ruins it for me. I would have expected a Valira, Lilia, two amazing counters to every single tank as well as the Jushin out there, but I don't know. They just decided to go in for the Novaria for some godforsaken reason, and we'll have to see how it works. Because look at Sora, he's an AoE crowd setter. The Leomord is a very mobile hero, can go in for a bit of CC, and the Novaria snipes. That's what is going to be making the difference in the matches. But let's see how they play because we are already into the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first match of the third place decider, and this is going to be one heck of a showdown, and we are just getting started.
Yep, looking forward to it. Both of the junglers start with their orange buffs and will be perhaps moving towards the purple or maybe the little rock head, stone head, whatever you call it, right? So let's see. whichever side gets the first blood. Obviously, Zushin in the mid lane is going to be posing a big threat for the side of Team Celestial Titans, and we can already see a little bit of that impact and HP trade-off being happening. Other than that, the turtle is a minute away, so either we see the first blood soon, or until the turtle, we might kind of have a little bit of that pacifist kind of a gameplay. Let's see which way both of these teams take.
I mean, smart work coming in from the Baxia, trying to steal away the Leomord jungle, but he is going to definitely be a little slowed down because he has to roll all the way to his own
Yeah.
blue. So that's going to delay his level 4 just a little bit. But then again, Leomord has to do the same because he has the bottom lane is all cleared up, so he has to go all the way to the top side. And look at the Novari already getting countered, and that's going to be the Meliodas taking away that kill. But now he's getting caught into the grab, and the rejected one gets killed under the Bagido. Ken stays into 2, and Luke STM rotates it for the 3rd kill all over again.
You were obviously right, Sarah, because now look at that. It has backfired. Baxia going for that steal. His teammates went down because he was not present, and right now look at that. Hey, too much extension.
Yep, that's too much of an overextension indeed, and that is exactly what I meant to tell you. Because you go in for the long cut, you have to rotate back on time if you want your team to hit that level 4 mark before the turtle. But look at the mid side, the Badang still trying to do something. But for now, I think... Oh, okay, the Baxia will be able to secure a kill onto the glue, which means the turtle fight should be comparatively easier for them, despite losing so many into the early game.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that. Towards the top lane. So much engage coming in from the Sora with the punches. Will be able to take a kill as well. Looks like it's going to be an opposite of Pacifist Sora because they're going all brawl in because... I mean, a lot of mistakes have been made, okay? Baxia with that long rotation, making his teammates lose in the mid lane, then almost losing out his purple, but obviously didn't lose it because Leomord also overextended. Then Glue kind of overstayed as well. Looks like we have a lot of brawl and bloodthirst present in both of these teams. But let's see if they slow it down or... No, I don't think Badang is saying a no to that.
He's not. He could have used his ultimate there, but he realized very quickly that it's just a glue and he didn't want to commit to that. But looks like the fight is still ongoing. Kens, he does get caught though, and that's not looking good for him. He gets taken down, Luke, but he's gonna get a trade-off right away onto the top side. But both the teams, that's gonna be a 1-for-1. With not in favor of any team particularly, but then again, yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly in favor of anyone. Yeah, the scoreboard obviously favors Celestial Titans, but that's just one kill. On the other side of the macro, well, the side of Nova Esports has one turtle on their board. So it's, I guess, a 50-50 you can consider. Other than that, no macro really taken. We can perhaps take a look into the itemization to see how much of a goal difference it has created. For now, I don't think it's much, honestly. Yeah, most of the members are kind of similar amount of gold. The Harrod has 2.4. The Moskov is 2k, so slight bit of disparity. Other than that, the next turtle is going to be coming in a few seconds. It's going to be half a minute, I believe. So maybe in this turtle fight, the side of Celestial Titans can give a better one. But at the same time, the Zushin is obviously being that nuisance to the mid lane and just obstructing Glue. Look at that.
Exactly. So the Badang again gets the wall. Sora gets 2 into the Thunder Fist, but it's not going to translate into anything. Ojisbora though going really aggressive onto that hero, but somehow it's looking pretty equal for now for both of these teams. Let's see how the mid game translates though, because so far the second turtle is already being prioritized by the side of Nova, which means that Team CT are not getting the chance to exactly contest it.
Yep, you know the classic thing, the tortoise taking down the turtle. It happens very often in Land of Dawn. And right now the score still remaining 5-6. Zushin going for that, I believe. Oh, what's happening? Could have been a kill, but will survive. But yeah, going for a first item Sky Piercer. Not even an elegant gem. That's kind of insane, honestly. A lot of confidence booming in. But that's Zushin, I guess. But still, I would have preferred. I would have preferred the elegant gem either way. But yeah, the top lane looks like it's gonna get taken down by the Paquito. Meanwhile, the bottom lane might be somewhere. The Moskov might prioritize.
No, the glue. Whoa. Oh, okay. Bro got stunned under the tower, but thankfully he had his little babies to,
little
take down
starfish.
the tower. Yes, the tower damage. So for now,
Still
I mean,
taken.
let's see how it goes. Other than that, it looks pretty difficult for the side of Team CT as they're going in for the engage, definitely going in for it, but no, they decide to back off because Nova has already secured a tower onto the top side.
Yeah, looks like the game is a kind of bit all over the place, isn't it, Sarah? Because
Yep.
they are taking fights on both ends. They should honestly like prioritize just one, have someone defend one lane, and then just go all four in on an opposite lane, perhaps. And they are not exactly doing it, so they're kind of losing into both ends. And the glue is obviously not working out, considering it's already been taken down 2 times, all under 5 minutes. But let's see. Obviously, he's kind of squishy in the early game, so maybe once he gets a few items and he stops getting melted so easily. Oh, what just happened? Was it a solo kill? It was by Meliodas.
Crazy. That's what I said, right? Team
Yep.
Nova Esports definitely trying their best to do what they are doing right now, and that is maintaining their lead. So far, they have been performing really well. They've taken down two turtles as well, and the goal lead is inclining on their side. They are here for the third. They have got river control completely into their hands, but CT, they are charging into. The turtle has already been taken, though. They are a little bit too late from the side of CT, and now they will have to back off because they do not have the resources or the manpower to go in for a fight.
Yep, you're right, Sarah. And currently, the side of team Nova Esports, they have around. Oh, what's happening? It's quite chaotic. Fights taken everywhere. One side you have Sora getting pressured, on the other side, Moscow just got taken down. It's like it's so chaotic. You have to pay attention on both ends. But look at the bottom lane, though.
Exactly, we see a fight coming in. That's gonna be Jushin with the ultimate, and definitely still trying to do what they can do best. But for now, it looks like a disengage. Only the Moskov is going to fall from the side of Nova for now, as Cheezen sneaks away a tower onto the top side along with Leomore. But other
Yeah,
than that, I feel like yeah, it's a pretty equal trade on both the sides.
the glue is still getting pressured even more and more. But here comes
That's what.
the Starfall.
Okay, that's gonna be an ultimate. The glue gets the grab, but does he get the kill is going to be the question. Badang misses out onto his wall. Leomore trying to survive everything, but Badang is going to be the only casualty as Paquito takes down two into that fight. An absolute menace in the team fights.
Yeah, so far Paquito has been performing quite excellently, I would say. Today, the Paquito magic is working, and he's already done with a Hunter Strike and a Malefic Roar, so he has good enough penetration. Right now, he can perhaps prioritize the sustain and maybe go for. What can he go for? Okay, he's looks like he's going for a War X that wants a mix of sustain and a bit of more damage. Barang on the other hand, obviously defensive. Moskov done with the staff, so building up towards the DHS. I would honestly prefer him to perhaps go for, I don't know. I guess DHS is better. Just complete the Trinity, I guess. Then he can kind of go for the Rose Gold because there is obviously the Novaria that is poking him quite a bit with the Astral Echo and the Astral Recall combo. But the Lord is going to be spawning in. So far, Nova Esports have 3x3 for the objectives. They might capture this one as well if Celestial Titans do not engage once more. Let's see if it's going to be repeated, Sarah.
That's exactly what for now. CT and Nova, they are still keeping this match equal. This feels like one of those showdowns between two of the top tier teams in India. Just that they are in the elite leaderboard for now, and they definitely have the chance to bring to go up to being a mythic team. I would say that. But look at
Oh,
that engage onto the top side. Paquito is going to be the target, but the
oh,
amount
the
of
shield.
shield he gets,
Damn.
wow, insane! Wow. That's very rare for a Paquito to trigger the double shield, but he is doing it and is also getting the kills at the same time. So huge props to the man.
Bro just became Esmeralda. What was that? I just saw a half
Exactly.
HP full of shield. That would have scared me completely. I would have honestly clicked the surrender out of impulse because that just spooked me for a bit. What is this, a horror game? But yeah, jokes aside, 9-8 score. The side of Nova Esports are right now leading with 3 to 4,000 gold advantage under 10 minutes. Not exactly a snowball game. Kind of an equal, but goes to show that they have steadily built up. But that could have been a kill. Really good flicker, good reflexes from Bad Boy Joe Pep. But let's see. Lord will be coming in. Is it going to be the mid lane, top lane? I think top, bottom. Which one?
Yep, let's see how it goes for both of these teams right now. The
Bottom
goal
lane.
lead is still the same as it was, though just a little bit more in favor of Team Nova Esports. But other than that, there haven't been any changes into this game as such. But we will see, though. how exactly it works out, because for now, as far as we can see, nobody really wants to take an engage, but they're still trying to go in for a little bit of something, and that is going to matter a lot because, yeah, definitely not the best of situations to be in for either of the teams if they make a mistake.
Hmm. Look at the Paquito's bounty as well. It has increased quite a bit. And right
Yep.
now, taking him down will already give them 400 gold to each of the members of the side of Celestial Titans. So Paquito
Exactly.
honestly needs to watch out his movement even more, because if he gets a little bit cocky and goes in a bit too deep than necessary, he might suffer. But oh, Sora looking for an engage. Look at that, Sarah.
Yep, he's definitely looking for one. Doesn't get it though. Misses it out a little bit. He still has the flicker and he's on a pretty decent KDA, so technically he could be the one to turn things around. But the question remains that who's going to deal the damage? The Leomord can't immediately follow up. He needs a second to place his skills.
Yeah.
The Harriet also needs to have the ultimate, and then he needs to aim his basic attacks almost perfectly to constantly go in for the second kill, basic attack, second skill, and basic attack thing. And then there's the Novaria. That is really deal breaker in this case. I
Yeah.
do not even know why they went in for that, but it's just so unfortunate. They were winning the draft so well, and then they just kind of threw it away.
Yeah, considering mid lane is the most important factor right now in the meta. A lot of people see the gold laners, getting a bunch of kills, and the XP laners getting the flashy, highlights in YouTube and
Yep.
TikTok, and they just assume, oh, it's side lane meta. No, the mid lane is the one giving them the space. And right now, bad boy Jopep, a Novaria cannot give you the space unless he is a godly sniper and he's hitting every shot, forcing the opponent to go back. Obviously, that did not happen. It honestly feels like a last ditch, desperate effort pick rather than something that they were planning for, because I don't think they were expecting, I guess, the Gord ban. And they wanted a mage to perhaps give a little bit of utility. But I forgot, was the Zaytian banned out? I guess if it was banned out, makes sense. But if not, the Zaytian would have
No.
been way much better option. So yeah, quite a confusing. Ojas
Exactly.
Bora captures the.
Zetian and Valir and Lilia, literally
Oh
three
yeah,
of the
Lilia
highest
too. Yeah.
picks mages. Exactly. Literally the highest three picked mages these days, and they decide to go in for Novaria. I mean, personal comfort, okay, but you should. Fine. They are holding on for so long without losing too much. That does justify that they are doing pretty well. But in the long run, is it going to be enough for them to get the win? Is the main question here.
Yeah, and already we see a team fight breaking out and losing a member. That is the jungler itself. Obviously, the impact of Zushin. Oh, could have been a kill.
Okay. Wow. Very, very close, but somehow it's
They
fine for
survive.
now. Yep, it's fine for now.
But for how long? Yeah, the Lord is already coming in. They lose their base turret on this far side of the map. On the left side, their top lane is gone. And right now, even the bottom lane looks at risk with the Lord. No holy shields. What do they do about it? The goal difference isn't much, but the impact and pressure definitely right here, Sarah. I feel
Yep.
like they're
Look
losing
at
it.
that, the Sora, he did get two, but it's not enough. The farm gap is a little too much. Look at the Furo. Look at Furo heal up. He flickers in, dashes out,
Oh.
and that's an absolute beauty the way he got the life steals because of the blues goose. And that is just so unfortunate for the side of CT. But Nova Esports have completely won this game. The first match to securing that third place prize into the hands of Nova Esports, and now they will be at match point.
Easy prediction, Zushin MVP, okay?
Of course.
You gotta ban out the Zushin, guys. She's just the supreme wife. But yeah, jokes aside, I definitely think giving away the Zushin and then not opting for a mid laner that could have equalized a little bit in the mid lane, or at least given them something, some utility, some damage, some burst. It just did not work out. Nobody is a hit or miss mage. I mean, she's basically like a Franco, but worse. Because at least Franco, he can, even if he doesn't land the hook, he can come in with the ultimate, right?
Yeah, he
But
can out.
Novaria, she has to hit the slingshot. If she doesn't, look at that. Zushin MVP, I told you. Easy, easy
Obviously, it's a
bet.
no-brainer. Yep.
Yeah.
Like you win the draft for four picks, and then you just whoosh, it just goes away from your hands. I do not understand the meaning of that, but Okay, fine. They probably wanted to go in for a little bit of an experiment pick, or maybe it was just a trial pick that they wanted to go in for. Uh, so far, okay, fine. It was a good effort, but they could have done it better, especially in terms of the draft, and then a little bit of those rotations here and there. It would have mattered a lot. But other than that, pretty decent game coming in from both the teams.
Yeah, pretty decent game considering like at first it was very brawly. Like we saw 5 kills under 3 minutes because of how extending they were. But slowly it kind of became a game of objectives where the side of Nova Sports was just taking the turtles and the side of Celestial Titans were not exactly trying to commit back or retaliate in any sort of way. I guess they were kind of waiting for the Harriet to scale up as well, hoping maybe the late game could have kind of favored them and Glue would become a little bit more tankier to, I guess, sustain. But unfortunately, it did not come to fruition. We just constantly noticed the Glue was still getting taken down regardless of the itemization, and Paquito he farmed up way too much and the damage was way too much for the MVP Kenzie to handle as well. So it was a slow build up, but eventually the goal became 2, 3, and then eventually at the end we saw around 11,000 of a goal difference at the last team fight. And at that point, it was not exactly a snowball that we witnessed, but it was a slow step up and build up of the match. And with this, the side of course, Nova Esports have taken their lead into this BO3 series. And right now we are looking at obviously the game number 2, if this is going to be a sweep or we're in for a game number 3, Sarah.
That's what, and since it's the third place decider, why shouldn't we go in for a game three? That's the thing. But let's see how it goes. We'll be soon heading right into the draft for game number two. And so far, we saw a good game. We saw Nova Esports making a little mistakes. We saw Team CT making a few mistakes, but that Paquito really made a difference in the team fights. One for finishing off the kills, and two for bursting down the damage dealers from the side of CT. So, do they respect Bannett? Do they still pick it up? Or do they trade it off for something else? As that is exactly something we will be seeing into the second game, because there we go. There's the draft for us.
Yep, we're in for the draft for the game number 2 in this BO3 series of the third place matchup. Let's see if the strategies will change, especially for the side of CT right now, since they're the first pick. Looks like they don't want to deal with a Marcel in any sort of way. They did not want it in the last game, which kind of led the Zushin being open to the other side. So makes sense. At the same time, Nova Esports, obviously, they don't want to give away the Fanny to MVP Kenzie by the looks of it either. So we're going to be seeing a similar sort of bans. The question is, will Jushin be left out open again? I don't think so. Nova Esports is not taking the risk because they are well aware of what she can do. They literally played it.
That's what. Now, let's see what happens though. Fanny will still be into the ban list, and then, of course, the Harley and the Marcel. Quite possibly a Jushin ban coming in from Nova Esports, and then the Freya ban, obviously, which they should do.
Oh, yeah.
Should not forget the Freya. Other than that, what else can they take out? They have taken away the Fanny. Do they take out the Suyo as well and try to trade it off with a pick? Like give away the Jushin, pick up the Lilia or the Valir or even the Eve. Is that something they're planning? We'll have to see.
You have given them good options, but let's see if they follow through this time
That's
around.
what. Yep.
Kind of surprising. They're taking quite a bit long, considering this next two bans should honestly just be Freya and Zushin, like you mentioned. I mean, Freya is a no-brainer. You should not be giving that out. I mean, the few teams who do give out, either they have a really good Claude to handle, or they lose that game. That's what usually happens. But let's see. Did they miss a ban? What's happening? Huh. I guess we'll figure it out a little bit later. Until then, what is Celestial Titans cooking is going to be interesting as well. Okay, yeah, wow, you took so long to just ban out the Zushin, goddamn.
Damn, like it probably felt like they didn't want to let go of her so easily. Nobody likes to lose a good woman. That's the thing with these people. But CT, they take away the phobias, so they are kind of aiming for the Freya. Freya is gone, so maybe they're aiming for the Harriet this time around. We'll see how it works out though, because first pick Harriet is risky unless you are like absolutely very, very good at it.
Sarah, best play-by-play talent for a reason. She never plays. She goes straight to the point. But yeah, jokes aside, Let's see the first pick. There are a lot of potential options. Obviously, we have, like you mentioned, we have the Suyo still left out open, but Celestial Titans, they kind of opt for the Baxia. Do they really decide that the Baxia was the main core issue? I don't think that's the case, honestly. I mean,
Okay.
Carry Cloud is still open as well.
Magic is my life.
Yeah, that's what. No, the carry is open. You give away the Paquito again, and this time you also gave away Feroz Harith. Feroz Harith is one of the better Hariths into this community, and the among the elite team players. But I don't know what they're thinking. But overall, if it works out, then it works out.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused as well. They could have honestly. Let's see. Okay, let's not judge it yet. Let's hope CT can kind of improve on it. But for now, at least, I mean, this is the team that kind of kicked out Oceania Royals from this tournament as well, which is also another
Yep.
really good team. So CT definitely has the potential, but looks like today maybe it's nervousness kicking in, or maybe there's few decisions going wrong. But they're looks like they're going for a very front-heavy composition. That means that their backside will be very vulnerable, which is something you should not be kind of doing, considering there is a Paquito that is obviously going to be flanking. So let's see what their decision is. Kind of an obvious Claude. I was honestly expecting the Claude or the carry to show up, but obviously the Claude is superior right now with the BMI and the Blazing Duet being one of the strongest things in the game. So, Nova Esports, what do you respond back? That is the question. Oh. They go for the most textbook counter possible.
That's what. I mean, see, these are the things which matter, right? And I think Nova Esports has to thank my team for that particular Belleric pick for a few reasons. But I feel like if it works out, it's fine. And it should work out pretty well for these teams. But you know, Belleric is again very good, very valid a pick. But other than that,
Among the
do they
planes
really commit
exists
to it
the
is the question.
equilibrium,
Because in team
which
fights, if the
I
Belleric
was
gets the
made
ultimate,
for.
then fine. If he misses the ultimate, then the team is kind of just left there to struggle all by themselves. Because other than the ultimate, Belleric has just one taunt, and then just he stands in front being the menace he is, the tree he is. That's what.
The piece of wood he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see the next bands. Okay, Celestial Titans, they also obviously again do not want the gourd. This was from Nova Esports last time. They had the Baksha, so I guess they're kind of following the blueprint because I guess gourd is blue. But yeah, the last two bands is also going to be, I guess, the Eve. Makes sense. Both of the sides actually do not have the mid laner. So if they ban out the gourd, sorry, the Zatian as well, or even a Lilia, both of these sides right now, that would be a very bad decision because they are lowering their own mate pool. So I guess they might not commit to it. What do you think, Sarah? I guess banning the Zatian and Lilia is just going to be kicking each other in the foot because you both don't have mid laners.
Exactly. That's the
Time to go
thing.
to the
That's
IT
gonna be
show
like
for some
Okay.
Lilia, Yves, God. What next? Valir? That's the only option left for
Zatian or
these
Valir.
teams.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah, that's gonna be the Valir. So Nova gets the
Zatian Velen.
Zetian. So what does team CT pick up though? Good
Velen, I
question,
guess.
I would say. Yeah, the Valentina is a decent option against the Belleric, but overall, if we were to see, then Nova is winning this draft.
Yeah. Overall, it is pretty clear that Nova Sports, if they get this Zatian right now, they will be in the upper hand. They will have good amount of crowd control. Obviously, a good tanky frontliner. Harris is going to be providing them a bit of sustain as well as good amount of DPS. There's going to be Paquito, which will sorry. There's going to be Paquito, which is going to be a massive posing threat to the backline, especially the Claude. And now they're combining the Suyo as well. Obviously, Baksha is one of the junglers that is very good at securing objectives, but Suyo, he comes in with a cheat code that is obviously the Soul Saver plus the Retribution. So right now, Nova Esports have basically covered off a lot of grounds, and Celestial Titans basically have to respond back with something of an equal measure.
That's exactly the thing. And if it doesn't work out properly for the side of Nova, the type of gameplay they are going in for, then they will be in a bit of a risk. But overall, I feel
Hmm.
like it should be fine.
Yeah.
But what can they really do to make a mistake is the question.
The southern
The
seas are
first
Okay.
thing,
my
yeah, the
domain.
Kadita here. That's something I was worried about
When
in
the
the back
body
of my mind
suffers,
because of the fact that if the
the spirit
Suyo or the
Huh?
recovers.
Harit they get caught, then the team fights would be into the hands of team, what is this called, team CT completely. Just the singular Suyo pick they need to take down, pick off, and I think that is something they're going for. But oh, holy hell, nah, that's gonna be Edward into the side of team CT. Completely just, the what is this called? The Benedetta. Absolutely goated shit coming in from the side of team CT here. So obviously, pretty good picks coming in from both the teams, but team CT, they have my respect. They definitely have my respect with this draft.
Yeah, for sure. What? What? Huh? Hey,
Oh, okay.
this is ego drafting at pick. Then I don't believe anything else. There is no way Nova Esports
Okay.
just pick up the Novaria away from CT when it was not even this. Oh, okay. Hey, what is this? Is our streamer playing pranks on me? I swear to God. But yeah, jokes aside,
Okay.
for a second I thought, hey, that is just ego pick right there. Why would you do it in game number two when you can just kind of clean sweep? But yeah, the Lunox kind of
Exactly.
makes more sense, way more sense. But yeah, Sasuke definitely foaming in his mouth right now, somewhere, seeing the Benedetta getting picked randomly. But yeah, definitely go to stuff right here to commit to a Benedetta as a last pick. Really looking forward to the execution. CTR right now playing in a high gamble in a slot machine where the chances are 99 to 1, honestly, in my opinion. So their odds are low, but if they execute it, it's going to be pure cinema. So, Sarah, take us into the game.
5 seconds till
Welcome to the land of
just
dawn,
about
ladies and the
watch them.
gentlemen. This is going to be game number two of the third place decider. Team Nova Esports are already on to match point, and they will definitely be looking for that clean sweep because if they don't, then ZT will get another chance to go in for a bit of a comeback. This game is supposed to be onto the Delhi server, I'm pretty sure, because the first game felt like it was on Bengal, and these two teams are definitely on varying servers, so it does play a role into this game. Servers are very important, but other than that, it should be a pretty good game coming in from both of them. Both the junglers have started onto their respective buffs, and Suya will be going in for a bit of an early EXP rotation, while Nova Esports are looking to pressure the gold side a bit more.
And with this, we're looking forward to obviously one thing. Should I say something, Sarah? Both of the teams are still playing on the Bengal server, actually. So yeah,
Oh,
that is yeah, surprising thing. They chose
interesting.
Bengal. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess they cared about the pick more. Maybe they chose the pick. So yeah, we are going to be seeing both of them playing in that server. Other than that, this obviously the game will, I guess, pace is interesting to me because Benedetta, she looks like she's still following the script of the last game, going a kind of very aggressive for a lane clear that was not necessary. Luke STM gets punished immediately and a
No
first
way.
blood for Nova Esports, and that too on the hands of average Sama Suyo. You don't want that. You don't want the Suyo to snowball.
That's the thing. If the Suyo gets that early damage, it's pretty risky for the other side of the team. But other than that, look at the aggression is going in with though, and is almost already level 4. So of course it's going to play a major role into this game as to how he predicts his rotations and actually carries them out. Because overall, the Suyo's rotation will be making a lot of difference, like we've mentioned. Other than that, look at STM though. He
Oh,
actually manages to get a double in the middle of that team fight.
revenge.
Melidus is very low. Gens
Hey,
though
what
is
is
going to get the retribution. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but the Pokito, that was a bit of an unnecessary extent, don't you
yeah,
think?
like your retribution is not nowhere nearby. You're in XP laner. What are you trying to do? It's not necessary in the early game. I mean, if it was, I guess, the third turtle, you could have committed to it. Maybe try to, fight for the gold. But this is just the first hurdle to just die and give out the gold. Absolutely unnecessary. Nova Esports, they're kind of making a big joke. But look at that.
Okay. Look at the fight. The Belric gets the ultimate right
Huh?
on point. No, okay, but both the teams just back off without any possible casualties, it's looking pretty decent for them since they are playing with a lot of discipline into this match. But what will really matter is the fact that they go in for those engages and they actually commit to that. But onto the
Hmm.
top side, we can see the Paquito. He gets
Oh,
stunned, but oh, Benedetta, the damage that you
hey,
have.
hey, hey.
What an absolute queen. But on okay, Bora trades it off with a kill of his own.
Oh,
That's going to be a 1-for-1 for both of these teams.
yeah, Sarah, we are definitely getting a lot of brawl considering both these
Mm-hmm.
teams are quite bloodthirsty. I mean, I guess the game started off pretty quick with the first blood, so I mean, it's pretty clear. The Lucas TM, he's going for bloodthirst. He doesn't exactly care much right now with the aggression he's showing. But at the same time, Paquito's kind of trying to match the pace, which is kind of backfiring this time around. He's already 2 deaths down. One of them could have been 100% avoided. So I guess Meliodas kind of play it safe a little bit, man, because you just need a little bit more items, and then I guess you can go head first. But to commit so early, right after you're taken down twice now, it would be a bad decision. Cheesin will get the Demon Hunter Sword. Let's see. Oh, 1v1.
Okay,
Close.
1v1 indeed.
Oh, ho.
Oh, ho, 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 Lucas
Damn.
TM. Crazy Benedetta that is. But Baxia, though, he goes in for a reverse engage, but yeah, he doesn't have any backup, so he's just going to be rotating back to his own jungle. Then now the turtle's gonna be up, and the Team Nova are the ones to start it out first, but their jungler isn't near. So definitely this is a green signal for the side of Team CT to take it into their hands. And I think that is exactly what they will be trying to do. Belric being the. Oh my god, how is a tree winning against a rock? But the Kadita! Insane fake off onto the Luna. Suyo definitely gets the retribution this time, wins away that trade.
Whoa,
Meliodas gets a
whoa.
kill onto the Kadita, but the Blazing Duet onto the backside
Whoa.
is trying to go in for more. Kent gets a kill onto the Belric, but the fight is still on. These two teams, they aren't giving up anytime soon, but now the Paquito has to dash away from that fight. He knows he can't do anything alone, and the Harriet, meanwhile, was completely out of the entire situation and was trying to just clear off his lane.
He might be in trouble. There's no mana. Unfortunately,
Oh,
N gets taken
no
down.
way.
Teasin captures it. But Average Sama with that clutch escape, man. I was not expecting. He survived on 1 HP from the team fight, barely scraping it off. But oh well, they're down to 1-1-1 score right now. Top lane. Benedetta will be able to clear it out. Is he looking to take her down?
Oh
Yes, he
no,
does. Oh!
okay. Wow, that was a smart prediction by Average Sama right there. The way he just targeted down the Benedetta, went in for that long cut onto the backside, got the stun, got the Soul Sever, and of course the Sky Piercer didn't fail him. Technically, that's a very good trade, but Kadita though is trying to look for an engage, but yeah, they will have to back off from that situation. You do not want to take a fight in that case.
Absolutely right, Sarah. Right now, obviously, by the kills, Celestial Titans are obviously looks like to be in the lead, but at the same time, oh, what was that? A lot of mistakes.
Yep, a lot of mistakes indeed. Oh, okay, look, just. Okay, he lost the electro final blow. Like, it just missed. Maybe because he was trying to get it onto them, but then he had backed off and then the range fell short. That's what happened. On the mid side as well, Lunox had to use the flicker to dodge out the Kadita ultimate. But other than that, it's still looking decently equal because this time around it feels like a deja vu of the first game, Nova Esports with the 2K lead, this time it's CT. The goal difference wasn't as prominent, but the kill difference was, and this time around CT is the one who's leading. So obviously pretty decent gameplay coming in from both the teams, but however CT this time around they are looking so much stronger. I told you, right? The first game it felt like a warm-up, and this time around the second game is looking like the testing is successful. Their accuracy has increased, and it's going to be CT, of course, securing another double plus the turtle and making their goal lead as high as 3.5k now.
Yeah. Looking into the itemization, but what's happening on the other side?
No,
Lucas
no.
CM again.
Whoa.
Why is it like every step they take it, they're going step behind? But okay, at least they captured it on the mid lane with the just Bora. Yep, looking at the itemization, the Claude is done with the staff and the DHS, getting the 2 core items. Other than that, Vendetta, yeah, going for the burst. Not a single defense item on
Look at
site.
the confidence. Look at the confidence onto this man. He doesn't even have the boots onto him. And he just immediately kind of went
Roast
in
Fanny.
for... Yeah. Bro, it's just crazy. He knows that no matter what happens, I'm not gonna make the boots. I'm just gonna roam around all around the map with my dashes, and that's enough for me. Onto the top side though, Suyo in a 1v1 with the Baxia, but yeah, they will have to back up because of course the Suyo can't take down a Baxia on his own already because he doesn't have the Malefic Roar, but Pagito is definitely dealing some damage. Onto the mid side. Hylos escapes with 1 HP, and now the Belleric is going to be the one getting absolutely chunked down. Kadita misses the ultimate at the very last second, otherwise they would have got it, and Cheezen is going to be the only sacrifice of that team fight.
Yeah. Now, Nova Esports obviously looking to retaliate back. But I feel like this game is kind of a little bit over the place again once more because, yeah, Lucas TM is definitely one of the reasons because every kill he takes, he gets taken down on the next path. So, a little bit of a mixed bag here. Right now, he is surrounded by 3. Not a single defense item on site. Will he survive? I don't think so, man. That's the thing. Their EXP lane is falling repeatedly, which might be giving them away their macro, which is obviously the third game. Lord has spawned in mid lane. Wrath of the Dryad getting used up a little bit. Oh, what happened?
Okay. That was a bit of an early ultimate coming in from the Belleric, and thankfully Baxter was able to sustain all of it. He's got the items he needs, but it does mean, oh no, he used up the retribution, and Belio does with the play of the match, I would say. This helps Nova Esports so much to take that Lord, Ray.
What is definitely going on? It's not registering in my head quite a bit.
Exactly.
Looks like this game is. You were right about it, Sarah. We obviously have a rock and a paper, I guess, in front of us. But hey, we'll take it for a while. But hey, on the bottom side, we will have the lore rushing in. For now, the tier 1s have fallen in both of the side lanes for both of the teams, but the mid lanes are standing. So in that regard, they're equal by that standard. But with this lord, the minions are going to be rushing in. Let's see if it changes a little bit, considering the mid lane is already taken down to the 30% HP. The top lane might be vulnerable as well. Lucas team finally goes for the rose gold, so a little bit of anti-burst, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Hey, what is that? Mistake? Or maybe no, the shield will save him.
Yeah. And also the fact that the Kadita doesn't have the full amount of damage you would have wanted. But Benedetta, smart, immune onto the Belleric's ultimate right there. But this time around, I don't think that Baxia is gonna sustain it all. Nova Esports, what an amazing start of a comeback just before the Lord. And they are actually committing to it absolutely beautifully into this game. They were on a deficit, but now they are the ones who are turning things around completely, and what an absolute beautiful team fight we are getting to witness.
Yeah. 13-11 score maintained, but Nova Esports are clearly the ones back into the lead right now, and it is a bad news for the side of Celestial Titans, and it's kind of maybe kicking them in the feet because Luke STM's decision to go for the Benedetta, it's a complete double-edged sword, like literally the one she's carrying, because every 4 kills he's getting taken down a lot. Ooh, why are they committing to a tree? I don't get it. I mean, you're just wetting the tree with the water, I guess. But yeah,
Exactly.
Paquito still looking for a flank angle, but I think Meliodas should also kind of play safe. He is also the one getting caught quite a bit. Other than that, for now, Fiero not exactly able to get the highlight of the match yet, but I guess since we are heading towards the 12 minutes mark, later phase of the match, maybe the damage scaling might help him out. He might be able to do something. Let's take a look into the itemization before the Lord comes in half a minute. Okay.
Pretty decent, yeah?
He's trying to rush for the Winter Crown, is it? He did not go for the
Yeah,
corrosion completely.
Exactly. That's exactly what I noticed as well. It was definitely, one of those plays where this Claude goes in for half of the Winter Crown, and then he just kind of, rushes the... Oh, what am I saying? Half of the corrosion and then rushes the Winter Crown. But then again, that team fight, Abritama gets taken down along with Fiero, and Team CT will be the ones to fight back. There's a taunt onto the Benedetta, but does he commit is the question. The tree is the one who gets taken down. Paquito trying to look for something on the backside is going in for a bit of a deeper cut. I think he's going in for the side lanes. Yeah, he will be moving towards the side, and thankfully they don't lose much because they would be back by the time of the Lord, but they wouldn't be able to reach it. That's the entire issue here.
Yeah. And right now, This game is going all over the place, honestly. It's really getting hard to predict on what's going to happen in the next moment because both of the teams kind of are making mistakes and the other side is just prioritizing on it as much as possible because look at that. This could have been another mistake and it is. They lose their
It
XP
is a
lane once more.
mistake. Oh, no, no, no. This is bad for the side of Nova. They were securing the lead so well. But unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be working out anymore because they are losing their members one by one by one. And this time around, CT are looking so much more confident with the Lord into their hands. They will be charging forward the bottom lane. They want those inhibitors very much, and the Hylos definitely doesn't have the glorious pathway. That's one ray of hope. That's gonna be the tree using up the ultimate.
Hey.
Oh no no, okay, but that's gonna be the ultimate coming in from the.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, this is a defendable one. The defendable Lord, 70-11 score maintained right now. The goal difference is basically kind of null. It's 43k to 44k, but it can change. It's just a few hundred. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's going to be the blade armor for the Belric, so Claude has to watch out just slightly a little bit more because there's going to be the taunt and, of course, the round of attack. But, oh, average summer!
Oh.
But at the same
No
time...
way. Okay. 1-for-1 again. Let's see how that one works out. But for now,
Bene? Bene?
Benedetta, let's go. Oh, okay. No way.
Damn!
Absolutely full luck. Just what in the world is happening?
I love these two XP laners, man. Both too mobile to be catched, but it is these two are making. I'm gonna be honest, a bit of a mundane and predictable game, very unpredictable and
Very.
chaotic.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
their
thing.
existence has changed the pace of the game because anytime they fall, obviously, I mean, EXP laner falling down obviously gives a green signal for the team to initiate, and it's happening repeatedly. Lucas team falls, Nova Esports try to initiate, and they start leading, and then suddenly Meliodas falls, and the reverse happens. It's going on back and forth. I guess that's what happens when you don't have a sustain or a tanky initiator because that's the thing. They cannot sustain. They are just there for the flank and there for the burst. And both of them are still trying to get into the backline, which is kind of backfiring because we're not exactly in that meta, you know. But let's see, bottom lane. Paquito, is that a 1v2? But at the same time, mid lane, look at that, Sarah.
Oh no no, no way! Lucas team gets the kill onto the Meliodas, the Blazing Duet, and the Flicker coming in from the Claude, but the Lunox has to use up the Brilliance. This is not looking good for them, but Bad Boy Joe Pep gets the kill onto the tree, and so far, Team CT have come out on top. It's a team fight. It's a 3-4-1. What an absolute menace they are. Is this going to be the end of this shit, of this game? Understand my sentiment. What the hell? I apologize, but what in the
It is
world?
fine.
How can Nova throw this is the question. But hey, CT, amazing comeback because we are going to be going for game number 3. But Kadita, the is gets a beautiful ultimate onto them. Man, this is looking so very well for the side of CT because now they have free access. But okay, 2 people are back though, and we will have to see
Oh,
how
man.
it works out. For now, does it look like a defense is the question.
Hey,
The Claude is going to be the one to end it for the side of CT.
The Claude sends his regards by aiming the base. And we are going for a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, obviously, this is the third place decided. None of these teams are going down without a fight. And we'll get the match highlight, what happened in the last team fight, basically. This
Exactly.
beautiful double kill coming in from Kadita. I don't think they were expecting it, honestly. They lined up so perfectly. It just, I don't know if it's ironic or kind of sad. But I completely get Sarah's sentiment, by the way. Very relatable, Sarah.
It is iconic because no, like I am trying to do something else. Okay, I told you I had work, and somehow those 2 timings of that fight and the thing I am doing, it just worked out so perfectly that word fit the situation. But other than that, if you saw the highlights, that Kadita made the play, Paquito onto the bot side, that kill onto the Baxia for Nova to take the Lord. Play number 1, and then Kadita at the base to finish off 2 of them at once, so the Claude could just base lock is play number 2. And of course, play number 2 got the higher value in this game because that is the one which made CT actually win this out.
Yeah. And right now, Sarah, we're heading to that game number three. It's a do or die for both the teams, and anything
Exactly.
can happen. There's no more second chances for either of the sides, and we're just in a position where it looks like the game can go to anybody's place right now. Honestly, only sorry, the picks will be swapped. So this time around, Nova Esports will have the first pick once more, but the server is going to be remaining the same. So let's see
Yep.
what the decision will be. This time around, we had a chaotic match with once more the Paquito coming in with the inclusion of the Benedetta. But I don't think CT would, I guess, commit to it once more unless they are these bastards are just kind of insane. So let's see what do they bring up into this game number three, as we will straight up go into the draft pretty soon.
Exactly. So I think the honest mistake onto the side of Team Nova was like they overextended towards the end and also got picked off. That one pick off onto the Suyo changed a lot of it. And then there was the team fight which they lost and that they shouldn't have lost, but they did. That also mattered. So obviously it was a bit of an issue coming in from both the teams, but fully enough, I feel like they could have won it out completely into their hands if like they just shouldn't have died into those situations where they did towards
Yeah.
the right end of it. Had the Suyo just not get caught out or had he just lived for like a minute or two longer, Nova could have won. But CT, wow, the pickoffs they went for, their draft as well in this
Sir,
game.
what's your
Matter
command?
of fact, they won both.
Yeah. And definitely, I agree with you on that, Sarah. Like average summer falling down in those crucial moments, basically where is the main stepping stone, or at least the main card that was holding up that house of cards. And once you pluck it out, it was just basically crumbling to dust. So let's see
Exactly.
if things will change this time around. Nova Sports will maintain that ban onto Fanny, and Celestial Titans looks like they don't want any more of that Paquito business. We are not picking, but we are not letting you pick either. Just stop with this nonsense and let's just maybe change our ways. No, I don't think they're going to. It's kind of surprising. Both of these teams have not exactly played any sustained EXP yet. Like we've not seen your favorite Alice or Terizla. I mean, Alice is your favorite, isn't it?
Alice is not my favorite, man. If anything, I hate Alice.
I
And
get it why.
any guy who one tricks Alice is going to get murdered by me very soon.
Definitely not a direct attack pointed towards any
Absolutely.
person with.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's see. We'll have the Phobius ban once more, and this time looks like the Bakshia is not getting into the hands of anyone because CT said so. They're basically like, hey, let's wave the white flags for a while. Let's not
Yeah.
pick up the Bakshia or the Pakito anymore. Let's
Yes.
see. But at the same time, Marcel and Zushin are going to be left out open by the looks of it. If Nova Esports doesn't ban any of them out, both of them would be open. And CT has an open decision to, I guess, give out one and take one. Very risky, but CT has been playing a risky game this whole series, so why not?
I mean, the Phobius and Fanny are again a staple. Does CT ban out the Jushin or do they keep it open and
Magic is
experiment
my
or does
life.
Nova ban out the Jushin on their own is going to be a
Okay.
question. They take out the Harriet. Again, smart work. But other than that, CT do need to take out either the Freya or the Jushin because if they give away both, then that's an absolute game ending kind of situation. And
Do
that's
they
a
ban
very
Suyo
big
and
risk.
just. Oh
Yes.
no. Okay. I feel like
I
they could have banned
mean,
Suyo and take two, I guess, but that is also risky.
Different
So maybe they
that
perspectives,
is
just, what
but
do
again
they
it's
risky,
the
do?
yeah,
same truth.
because no. Oh, okay. They actually give away Suyo plus Freya plus Jushin
It's a
plus
Freya
the
for sure.
Claude. I hope it's a Freya though, because obviously the Freya deserves to be picked up as the first pick, and Fiero does play that hero pretty well. I
There we
mean,
go.
yeah, it's gonna
Butterflies
be a Freya,
born
but
by thy
now CT will
wish,
be the ones to get the
guided
Jushin. They are
by
also the ones
lantern's
to get the
light.
Suyo if they wanna pick it up. No Fanny,
Yeah.
so what's your next option? Suyo? Harley, do you want to go in for that against the Freya? Is going to be another question because Freya can
Oh yeah.
just ult into your hat position and then take you down. So we'll see
Yeah.
how this one works out, I believe.
Yeah, this is going to be the dangerous grass map as well. So maybe a Khalid or Hilda might show up, just a guess. But other than that, yeah, the first pick Obviously, the Zushin after that. What is it going to be? And I'll be surprised if it not. Okay, no way. I just mentioned the Khalid. Like, come on, bruv. They saw the dangerous grass map and they decided, yeah, it's time to go for the desert, man. I mean, desert doesn't have, grass, guys, so it's kind of ironic. But yeah, jokes aside, Nova Esports, what do you respond with? You have the Suyo open. You even have the Harley open if you want to go for. You can kind of flank it. You do have the Freya on your side, so maybe a little bit better. I'm curious to see if they'll pick up the Eve or the Zetian this time around, considering they have been going unconventional almost this whole series, Sarah.
That's exactly what. Against the Jushin, I feel like the Lilia would be the top one option. But if you want to keep the Khalid away as well, you can just go in for the Valir. Valir is one of those top tier picks here. But do they want to go in for that so early is going to be a question. But if they don't, then they get banned out. They do take up the Harley again, one of their comfort picks, and they pick up the Yi. So they want to go in for that kill box. So the RWM locks them in. Freya dives in with the Valkyrie's Descent, and then of course the um, deadly magic comes in from Harley, and he can just throw in his cards because they are going to be mobilized onto the edge of the RWM anyway. So obviously they have a plan here, and it looks pretty solid. But CT immediately answered that with the Leomord pick, who's a highly mobile jungler against the Ali plus the Yve. Again, the only threat is going to be the Freya for now for the side of CT. And again, Jushin can help counter that, but let's see, it all comes down to the execution.
Yep, surprising they did not prioritize Claude immediately, but I guess they did wanted the Leomord to even out the grounds in the jungle because obviously you need someone that can match the mobility. Suyo is very squishy to magic damage, obviously due to his passive. So I guess Suyo was something that you don't want it to go for compared to the Leomord who can take a few more hits. So I guess makes sense, but that obviously means only one thing: Nova Esports will ban out your marksmen. By the looks of it, they ban out the Moskov. Good thing because Moskov obviously counters the Harley tremendously, right? You just put one stun away and Harley's cards or ring, whatever, it's useless because he just lost his distance with the hat. So that's why it's pretty good. I mean, you can even get countered if you dash in wrong with the wall. So yeah,
Exactly.
makes sense. But they ban out the Gatot Kacha. Very obvious ban, honestly, because they already have an objective control kill box. Why give away the Gatot, right? No Grok either. Good choice. Let's see what the next ban. Claude? Carry?
It should be one of those, though, especially the Claude, because the Eve always is at a danger of being hurt by the Claude. But let's see how it works out for now, because as of right now,
The side of Nova Sports, they're contemplating quite a bit. They might just go for one of those marksmen at this point. Let's see what do they commit to, or unless they want to ban out perhaps an EXP laner because it is obviously open as well. Okay, looks like they're going to be going with the Sora ban. Not a bad one, but that leaves out Claude, so which I feel like they're kind of confident with to giving away. Maybe they want the Freya to handle with the Claude, or maybe the Harley, right, Sarah?
that's the thing. They do not want to, like, I think they have the feeling that goal lane, oh, of course the Freya is there, they can counter the Claude with the Freya, and that's their aim in this situation.
Yeah.
CT, meanwhile, what can they pick up for their gold? They do have the Claude, but that's a risky pick against the Freya unless you are very farmed up and you are snowballing, and if you can't do that, then you will be at the risk of getting killed the moment you spawn into your lane, because the Freya's got a knock up, the Freya's got constant hits from the second skill. So yeah, other than
Yeah.
that, they can try to pick up the Beatrix or maybe the Obsidia. The Obsidia does work against the Freya, but do they play it? It's going to be the question.
Dexter. It's our showtime.
Yeah, bigger question. They do get the Claude either way. I guess they're trusting it.
For a real fight.
Okay, Kalia and look at that, Sarah. Did did you
Okay.
did you manifest
Nah,
it?
I don't say anything. I don't say anything in this part. I do not like Alice players. Alice players can.
Did you
Whatever.
manifested it? Did you manifest it? Because Nova Sports they did not play a single sustain EXP. Suddenly they are Alice is so good. Suddenly, guys, wow! I wonder why. But yeah,
Exactly. Suddenly,
maybe
so good.
they heard Sarah casting. But yeah, let's see.
Nah, nah,
Celestial
nah.
Titans. Celestial Titans right now, obviously they have the chance to, I guess, pick up something similar, maybe an Esmeralda or an Uranus by the looks of it, because Unless if you don't choose that, Alice will kind of dominate you in the lane. And there's no Paquito. I don't think CT is going to commit to a Benedetta either once more because, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is Uranus.
Yeah. Fine counter, I would say. That's a very fine counter. The only issue is going to be the Harriet. The Harley might get very cornered into his own jungle if the Uranus free roams the map. But then they have the Freya and the Eve for the late game and also the Alice for the sustain. So they can probably take him down once the Freya gets the War Axe plus the golden stuff. So let's see how it works out for both of these teams.
Yeah. I'm looking excited and I'm feeling excited to see how this ends. The last match was very chaotic and let's witness it together how this finale comes to an end. Not the finale, obviously the third position placement match final. This is going to be the third game in this BO3 series. And the main decision maker, both of the teams have two solid lineups. Both of the sides have one really good meta pick. One side has the Freya, one side has the Zushin. And they have good amount of sustain, good junglers and good roamers to obviously provide them the vision or the pick-off or obviously the setup. But with this, Sarah, take us into the game.
Welcome to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. The third and final tiebreaker for the third place deciding game between Nova Esports and Celestial Titans. And the scoreboard seems to be giving CT an early lead with 4 kills, but yeah, that was a minor glitch. But for now, Team Nova Esports will be starting off with their red, while Ken starts onto his blue. Looks like they will be going in opposite roads. Can Average Sama actually go in for the jungle steal from the side of Ken's by going in for an early rotation towards the top side is going to be the question. But looks like for now the goal lane is definitely... Oh my goodness, the amount of pressure.
Yeah, already by the side of Freya. Goes to show it. I feel like Cheesin definitely, yeah, considering he's not level 2 yet, Freya pushed him back to the base and he had to recall and come back. So clearly, already we can see the Freya's dominance, which is not a good sign. Nova Esports, CT right now has to pressure the goal lane as much as possible, as soon as possible. If not, Claude is not going to get his DHS anytime sooner. They have to put pressure there. They cannot just focus on the mid lane or just the objective if they want to obviously win the later game. Or at least push it towards a later phase, or else Freya will just snowball hard if Claude doesn't get the space to farm and she gets all of it. But for now, no first blood yet. Let's see if the prediction comes through at 4-0. But yeah,
I really hope not, because then it will be too one-sided for the side of CT into the early game. I want to see a very equal battle. I want to see something like 3-4, 4-3 or whatever, something like that.
6-7.
For now, yeah, look at the junglers. Same position of both of them, but Harley is the one to get spotted somehow into that bush. And now, Ken's, he still has the Venom Seed onto him. Is he gonna commit? Alice gets the ultimate onto 2. Pretty decent set. And that's gonna be Khalid getting marked down. He's going into the backside. Alice goes in, stuns them down. Lucas team will be the one to get the kill though. RWM comes in, hitbox is in. Leomord is very, very low. Does the Alice commit is going to be the question. Khalid doesn't have the hills. Do they go? He goes. Otis Bora will be the one to finish it off. Otis Bora gets a double and not Leomord.
Recall.
Back to base. The basic attack is going to follow him all the way to base. But Uranus and Leomord, the two survivors, and Nova Esports, they are the ones leading this game.
Quite an insane fight. Not exactly the prediction, but yeah, Nova Esports did take the lead right now. 2-1. One good thing for Cheesin is that he's able to, I guess, chunk down a little bit of the gold turret, I guess. Now, Freya says no, especially Fiero. Fiero and Freya, wow, what a mouthful. But yeah, that was quite a fight. The Alice with the initiation definitely helped them out. And then I believe the Eve RWM just so perfect. You know, it's landing at such a great place. 4 members getting in, and I believe this is the thing, you know, when you're low in HP, don't try to recall in the bush, just go away, you know. Rejected one got taken down because he was trying to go back after using up the quicksand. So yeah, try to maintain a little bit of space, guys. But mid lane, okay, Kalia doesn't have the ultimate yet. 2-1 score maintained, not much goal lead yet. But Meliodas looking for an angle to perhaps initiate once more, looking for perhaps his team's permission or the call to go in.
That's the thing, right? And now CT are the ones on a bit of a back foot. Even the goal lead is tilting 500 to 1k in favor of Team Nova Esports. But from here, how they take the game is going to be the question. Meliodas goes in for the ultimate, misses it on to nobody. And now, Kalia is going to be the one who gets caught.
And right now, I believe he's going to be falling and getting punished for his obvious miss out. He's like, how dare you miss an ultimate, eh? And they get a kill. 2 for 3, Celestial Titans take a little bit of that lead back, but not yet exactly. They have to prioritize onto their objectives and obviously the third play. And let's take a look into the itemization so we know how far that Freya has made it. Okay, Freya is right now at 2.6. Claude is at 2.3. 300 gold difference, not much. Oh, I don't like that corrosion side first item. Come on, Cheesin. You know DHS is your first core item, isn't it? I don't like the corrosion after that nerf. You don't exactly get the most of the amount of damage as you wished. I guess if you just want the lane clearance, it's good. You don't want to join the team fights, but yeah, that DHS would have tremendously helped in a team fight, especially against Meliodas, who's obviously just an HP shield, right? So 2 by 3, almost 5 minutes into the game, the turtle spawning in. Ojasbora gets the glowing one, so Uranus better watch out. And for now, 5 minutes into the game, Turtle spawned in. What is the decision making here? Freya, she looks like she's in a team fight, so it might be a kind of a one-sided team fight. Let's see though. Celestial Titans getting a lot of pressure. There's the RWM. The Turtle going to be secured by Average Summer. Team fight going in. MVP Kenzie falls down immediately. Alice chiming in onto that Khalid, really wants to take him down. Freya still on the Valkyrie form, wants to dish out enough damage. Alice has to flicker away from the danger, but at the same time, look at that. Uranus barely scraping it off, survives it, but the mid lane already getting so much pressure. Let's see if they survive it. Mid lane's scraping just a bit of HP.
Oh no!
But he's still gonna get taken down. Victor, 3-4 score, and Claude, he just made some work towards the bottom side. He saw the opportunity and took it.
That's every Claude player ever. They just go in for those towers into the early game, so never
Don't
leave
you play
your
Claude?
towers unattended. Exactly. And now I am telling you, this Uranus is going to be an absolute menace. There's literally these top tier teams. They go in for Uranus, and you can technically call them Uranus Esports. That's what happens these days. That's the beauty of this hero, right? And now look at the Freya, just 1v1 single-handedly winning against the Leomord. So what Nova can do here right now is actually wait into this game, focus on farming, and then go in for an all-out fight with the Freya in the team fight. They need to go in for a pick-off, and then the Eve needs to lock them down. Then Freya goes in with the Valkyries decent, but they also need to make sure they don't get caught by the Jushin. Yeah, but Cheesin taking in quite some damage, but does he survive? No! Ameliotus, why would you go back? He's healing up. He gets the heals, but no! Beautify! Last second Beautify saves Cheesin's life. Otherwise, I think Alice would have been the one to secure it.
Yeah, I don't like how they kind of overstay sometimes, man. Like, I feel anxious for them. Like, come on, bro. Just go back. There is always a looming threat. I mean, there's a Harley, come on. But yeah, kind of funny that, Freya wins out against the Leomord. A woman with a sword is able to win out with a man with a horse. Kind of funny scenario to imagine. But yeah, Celestial Titans right now.
No stereotypes here. No stereotypes, please.
Hey, I'm not stereotyping. I'm just saying the woman is stronger. Wow. But yeah, the turtle spawning in. Let's see what happens. Zushin had to force out. I guess that was deadly magic. But onto the other side, Alice looking to perhaps engage, but no, she just loses out the turret. I like your comment against the Uranus Esports. Definitely. Why is there not a team yet? Should be one. But yeah, let's see the turtle. Freya is here. No Claude though.
Yep. Proper hitbox coming in. Khalid gets the Raging Sandstorm, but Avritama will be able to take down the Retribution. Has to use up the Quicksand to try and heal himself up. What an absolute massacre into the team fight. Luke is going to be the one to secure a kill, and then Leomord gets another Fiero still into the fight. He's trying to survive against 4 people. He's dashing in, he's dashing out. He misses the basic attacks, and he's probably going to get taken down by the Jushin. Goes in for the finishing. Alice trying to do something. They are all very low, but Alice is a hero who doesn't have much damage other than the sustain. So obviously, he is going to get not taken down, but he has to back off.
Alice was the only one that survived that massacre. 4 of the teammates just completely got taken. 3 of them basically immediately out. Freya kind of stayed a little bit, took out Cheesin, but after that, she was also a victim of, missing out the basic attack and not having the dash. 4-9 score. I mean, the prediction did come true. There is 4 kills for the side of Nova Esports, but it's not a 0 on the side of CT. It's 9. And the goal lead is around only 2k, surprisingly. So Nova Esports are not that behind. So they can definitely make it up in just a single fight or a kill. But yeah, Top lane, we see a little bit of pressure with the minions. Khalid will be able to defend it. Right on. No, it's not going to be. So they equalize the turrets on top. They equalize the turrets on bottom. Only the mid tier is standing with a little bit of HP. If Nova Esports also does that, macro-wise, they will be kind of similar. Lord is going to be coming in 40 seconds, Sarah. Oh, Tsunami Slam.
Yep, that's gonna be an interesting Tsunami Slam indeed, but the Khalid makes it out alive. Alice gets the setup though, but the Uranus is zoning away the Harley plus the Eve. So obviously Alice is completely out alone, and what a typical scene to see every single time I see an Alice. But other than that, Team CT absolutely demolishing them in third game as well. And Nova Esports are trying to keep up, but they just can't find the space because of that Uranus.
Yeah. If they lose, will you just blame it on the Alice, Sarah? But yeah, Lord going to be spawning in. And I feel like definitely Uranus is something that they overlooked this game. Because clearly the Uranus was banned in the first game or second game, or I believe both of the games. Uranus was banned out. That's the whole reason that they kind of went for the Benedetta and the Paquito each time. But this time around, they changed their bans, and they kind of forgot about the Uranus itself when they picked up the Alice. So obviously, right now, the Harley is getting zoned out quite a bit, and he's not exactly able to use the deadly magic on the targets he wants. Average Sama is on 0 kills as a Harley, which is something you don't want to see in any shape or form. And right now, Alice is kind of, compensating for that, but she cannot. Look at the damage coming in.
Absolutely, that's gonna be the Jushin again, getting the killing spree. Good bad boy joke, but this time around I was about to say good boy, but whatever. Bro really just showed up into this game after that Novaria into the first game, which we all doubted so much. But I guess, yeah, first game was a trial, and then now the second and third is where they come back. Khalid gets the setup though, and Khalid's ultimate somehow doesn't hit, and Firo, he gets taken down by the Claude. Chizin absolutely bursting them down. 3 people down on the side of Nova Esports, and now CT, they will be able to take down all the outer turrets and maybe even the mid inhibitor if they force it.
Okay. By the looks of it, looks like just like you mentioned, CT has stepped it up. And obviously they have Zushin, guys. Come on, a Zushin team always wins. That's the truth. And if they lose, yeah, skill issue. But it's almost going to be 12 minutes into the game until we have the next Lord. It's going to be 1 minute 30 seconds. Let's take a look into the itemization. Freya going for that double attack speed with a Warx combined. And then the Oracles are on to the favor. Of course, the Kalia and the Alice. On the other side, we have the Trinity build done for Claude. 7.8k. Claude actually obviously has more farm than the Freya, but not that much. He's going for the Winter Crown as expected. Zushin with, of course, the Sky Piercer. Done with the Glowing One, just has the Elegant Gem and obviously the Ice Queen one building towards to get a little bit more utility. Do you like the Freya build, Sarah? Because he's going for the Corrosion as well.
Technically, it works out, but with the amount of damage that Team CT is dishing out right now, I feel like at least one defense item, maybe the Oracle or the Brute Force could have helped them better. Maybe even just pick up the Justice, just to spite that Claude when he tries to come in on you. I would have done that. But hey, Chizin is actually playing it so smart. It kind of shows why Claude is one of his comfort picks, and he is actually doing tremendously well into this game. Fira was winning out into the early phase, but once the team fights began and the Claude got his Trinity, he has been just demolishing the side of Nova Esports and with the blazing duets. So of course, the main MVP in this game, I feel like, should be the Jushin or the Uranus. Jushin gets my bias because of you, but other than that, I feel like the Uranus, the way he has been playing right into the faces of Nova Esports every single team fight, it says a lot about their gameplay.
And I love that you pointed it out, and thank you for favoring Zushin. I support Sarah, of course, because of that, because she supports me. But yeah, obviously, the Khalid also shout out to him for every time I see the Alice jumping on him, he's always on the quicksand guard. Every time. He just doesn't get taken out because of it. Really smart move, honestly, to keep saving it each time. And you're right about it, actually. No Chassis Pauldrum against the Claude. They kind of did not rush it. Kind of questionable as well. I get it. They went for the Oracle. Completely understandable. But other than that, can I say the build again? I kind of forgot about it. Sorry. 1 second. Let me check. Oh, no Chastis yet. They go for the dominant size. Understandable, but no Chastis though. That's going to delay the defense they can get from the Cloud, because look at that. The Khalid, he did not waste his seconds. Immediate Chastis on the second item. Really good decision. A lot coming in the mid lane.
Exactly so, right? Like against the Claude, Justice is, I think, the first item you want to build up, but what?
Hey!
Okay. Smart work. At first, it felt like there was nobody to back up the kill, yeah, but then he actually went in for it. Oh no, the Harith gets caught though. Oh my god, he
Oh.
tries to survive, but Cheesin with the one basic attack that managed to hit the Claude takes the Harith down. Once more, both pillars have been taken down. Uranus is still very healthy.
And the base is looking very
base.
exposed.
Exactly. Let's see what happens here, though. And Bad Boy Jopa will be the one to get the kill, not the kill. Yeah, the Lord is going to be hitting the base. The Alice is trying his best to try and hold people down, but the Justin with the damage he has. Absolutely beautiful work. Alice trying to get the ultimate, gets it onto 3. And now Freya onto the backside. They need to back off a bit. Freya gets a kill onto the rejected one. That's going to be a blazing duet. Gets the winter trunk in right in the middle of it. But Harley has the damage and they are able to take down Cheesin. And the Harley,
Hey.
no, you don't do that. My goodness, it's khatam.
A little bit cocky right there. A bit too overconfident. Could have backed off, but yeah, he's kind of falling in down right now. The game will still go on, and Nova Esports are still in a match. Obviously, they are not letting this crown go easily in this tournament. And let's keep on looking at what happens as we move forward right now. Obviously, the Freya has right now completed. Okay, she's even going for a rose gold. Malefic Road, Rose Gold, and Warex, Staff, and Corrosion. That's a full offensive build with just a Rose Gold sprinkled on top. Ojas Bora gets the Lightning Truncheon with the Glowing One, and the Wishing Lantern, and the Divine Glaive. So he has good amount of HP base damage, good amount of burst, so he'll be able to put a lot of pressure. Now, the Kalia and the Alice has the Chassis Pauldrum. I just saw it. So I think this is the time maybe Cheesin's impact slowly falls off short, but to make up for it, obviously, we get the Malefic Gun as well. So 16 minutes into the game, Lord going to be coming in half a minute. It's going to be an interesting fight because I believe Nova Esports will definitely commit to this one this time.
Absolutely so, right? And now, I don't know, can Nova Esports come back from this is a question. The Freya is dealing damage, but look at the danger he's in, because wherever he tries to go in for a cut, there's going to be the Uranus, and if he tries to go in a little too much, there's going to be the entirety of Team CT just diving in on him. Of course, the Khalid has very good positioning in this sense, and Cheesin has a lot of space. Cheesin can just cheese in the team fights because of the amount of space that Khalid is creating for him right now. Yeah, it's a very good situation. Look at the way he's melting the Lord, bro. He's just so farmed up right now.
Yep, he's very cheesed in. Let's see what happens. 8-7 in score maintained, but the Lord dance has begun. It's going to get a little bit back and forth. I'm not going to be calling it Lord. It's a diva, right? So let's see if the Alice will come in with the Throne of Ruin. Okay, Meliodas goes in for the Cursed Helmet fully. Wants to dish out just a little bit more damage. Let's see. Harley kind of baited out, Bad Boy Jopep's ultimate, but it's already back, so I guess it was worth for nothing. I'm not too sure. Lord's melted. Harley nowhere nearby. Okay, they don't want to contest it. Okay, they are in defensive mode. They want to defend it. It's going to be coming to the mid lane. How do they defend it is a big question, because CT should be able to lane sync right now. And if every lane dominion comes in, it's going to be hard for the Eve, because she's going to be either focusing on the opponents or the lanes. You cannot do it both simultaneously because it gets hard. There's going to be the Claw trying to look for a flank into the base, just like, the game number 2 or 1. Was it game 2 or 1? I think game 2, yeah. So let's see what happens. The Diva is rushing in the base, Sarah.
Exactly. So Diva is rushing into base indeed, and once again she's at around 20,000 HP this time. The mod, that's gonna be a tsunami slam no matter how much they want to go in. Alice does get the ultimate though, but it's not gonna be enough for them to actually finish people off. Winter Trunken coming in from the Claude, but they managed to sustain it all. Oh, the Freya is actually hurting now. Freya. Yeah, exactly. The Freya But Meliodas, yeah, he already gets taken down. Rejected one will be the other one falling from the side of CT. So 1 for 1 so far. And a successful base defense is what I like to call it. But the Jushin is still
Hey!
alive. Not anymore. Harley gets
Oh,
the kill, but the Freya gets taken
Freya's
down. The
down.
main source of defense has been taken down by the side of CT.
Ooh.
Do they come into the base is going to be the question. The Cloud is still pretty much alive, but the immortality gets absolutely sunk down. Ozzy
Rose
Bora
swap.
trying his best. No, but the base, the
Oh.
Leomord, he clutched it by going to the backside, and that's going to be CT with a reverse sweep on Team Nova Esports as CT secure third place in Battle for Crown.
They pick up the crown, and it might not be the big one, but for definitely the third place decision matchup. And we get the match highlights. That was some good defense right here coming in from Nova Esports. But man, the moment the Freya fell down, she was the glass cannon. She was the main piece that was standing this whole castle together. And the moment she fell down, the baseline was done. The foundation was gone, and immediately it was just not possible to make a defense. Kudos to Cheesin for that quick rose gold swap as well. And in conclusion, we have a really good series in front of us that we just witnessed together, Sarah.
That was a beautiful highlights as well that we are getting to see right here. CT, they came back so well into this series, and the side of Team Nova Esports, they were unfortunately unable to win. First game went completely in their favor, but after that, it felt like they were getting pressured. They were under that, that pressure that they have to win it. And I think that sometimes makes a lot of difference in your gameplay. And obviously, Team Nova Esports, they weren't able to keep up so well with the weight that was on their heads at that moment. But thankfully, Team CT, for the side of Team CT, they were able to come back in the second game, and they came back very strongly indeed. Third game was absolutely well and good, equal. But yeah, let's just see that both the teams, they did well, but CT, they came out on top.
Yeah. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we're done with the third place decider match. And right now, there's only one thing left. The main event of tonight, which is the grand finale, a best of 5 series between Team Cyberdrifters versus Team Eyes Wide Shut. You'll see a lot of familiar faces fighting off against Cyberdrifters, who have been obviously fighting from the round of 128 as well. So let's see how it works out. That match is completely cross server. It's going to be West Bengal versus Mumbai, so a little bit of chaos will be there. Yesterday, we definitely noticed that, considering Cyberdrifters did not win the match, that they were not playing their comfort server on. And in a BO5 match, you're not getting it most of the time. So we're up for a little bit of excitement in front of us. So make sure you stay tuned. And Algambo Esports, thank you so much, for Sarah, for joining me into this casting desk in this third place decided. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, make sure you have your eyes on the giveaway, and we'll be starting immediately. I mean, we've started already, and keep the eyes on the grand finale as well. We'll be right back with the main event. Stay tuned.
Hello,
Good evening, ladies
hello.
and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Algambo Esports Battle for Crown 2026 Season 1, guys. You're on for it, and today is the day of glory. Yes, you heard me right. The grand finale is on. It will be a BO5 series. Cyber Drifters are going against Eyes Wide Shut. Are you ready, Pitchy? Because this game is going to be a heated one, just like the last one, if you remember, the 32 Elite Scream finals. It gone towards the fifth game. Just like that, I believe this game will also proceed towards the fifth game because both the teams have really shown their true potential, not only in the draft, but into the execution part as well.
True, true. Now again, the final step is here, and both the teams are really closer to get their throne, which Algambo Esports have set right here at the Battle of Crowns. So, ladies and gentlemen, cheer loud. This is going to be the first match of Cyber Drifters versus Eyes Wide Shut. The first band, though, I feel like Cyber Drifters, knowing them
I'm
so far, right
born
from the
with
round number
talent.
one, they will be trying to go for a little bit of a comfort band. There you go. It's going to be a Guinevere comfort, and since from the last top 32 as well, I have been seeing them, they have been very consistent with this. So naturally, Eyes Wide Shut, I feel like that's going to be a Freya on that same right spot.
Of course, that's a Freya onto the same right spot. Maybe Eyes Wide Shut gonna go for it into the ban section, but at the same time, they need to ban the Tushin as well because
I
nowadays
am
the
the
Tushin is
daughter of
so
Northern
good
Vale.
into
I
the
swear to
mid
protect
lane.
it
But
till
as
my
you
last
mentioned,
breath.
it will be the same thing gonna happen here. Second ban coming in soon, maybe onto the Suyu, maybe onto the Harley. There is a chance that we might gonna see a ban onto the Harith as well. Pobius is open. A lot of things are open, but I believe somehow into the mid lane, Zatian or uh, maybe Tushin from the side of Cyber Drifters if they really don't want
I am
to
not the only
take it
one
on
bound
or
by
give it
these
away.
chains.
Obvious, okay.
Oh, okay, that is also another good thing that we are looking forward to from Cyber Drifters, given the fact that Phobius, the Guinevere, and the Harley is just like, maybe a picked, maybe a picked, not picked. So, Eyes Wide Shut, they will naturally go towards a marksman or possibly a jungler such as the Harley, the Suyu, and the Leo mod. Leo mod, really great presence. We did see the Leo mod having a good win rate as well in this tournaments, and in the hands of Eyes Wide Shut, especially for Purple Haze. My goodness. Please ban the Leo mod, or that is going to be a very devastating thing to see from the for Cyber Drifters.
Definitely. And right
Butterfly
now,
is
onto the
born
ban
whenever I
list, we might
wish.
gonna see
Guided
as
by
the Jushin is
lantern's
already
light.
banned. It's from the side of Team Cyber Drifters. We might gonna see a ban onto the maybe a ban onto the Suyu as well because Suyu getting prioritized from opponent side, even from your side. If you don't want the hindrance, then you might gonna ban that Suyu and gonna take up a Leo mode because you banned the Queenie. So there is a chance that you will actually go for a Leo. We have to wait. We have to see what they are planning for. I mean, a lot of things are there to execute out in this game so far, but it should be
True.
something into the marking, into the proper
I didn't cure the pain.
strategy-wise
I
game.
harness it.
Oh no, it's a Valentina. Are they planning for a
Crazy.
Sora, Pichi?
Oh, Sora or a Marcel. I feel like that is to the two picks that we will have to look forward to. Cyber Drifters, since they have the first pick onto their hands, that is most likely going to be a Marcel. But taking a Marcel onto their hands, they are giving away the Leomord. So I feel like the Valentina ban is just like 50-50. Is a good ban, but at the same time might not work in their favor as well. But as for Eyes Wide Shut, what is it going to be? Is it going to be a Harley? Because Harley is still, they can manage to get
Different
it out.
perspectives
So maybe
expose the
that's not a
same
ban.
truth.
Oh, there you go. Looks like
Two,
they know what
one.
is it coming.
That's a Marshall ban from Ice White Shirt. They really don't want to go for that Marshall into the Cyber Drifter sides because, as per the meta specs, Pichi Marshall nowadays is really a big unknown, big nuisance for your side. So that's the reason just denied it as soon as possible in the early phase of the banning. Now the first pick is about to come, I believe. Sora, Suyu, all this can get prioritized on the first pick. Even the Harith. These three bans are kind of targeted. Gwynny for Leo and Phobius for Sora
Welcome to the
and
greatest
Harith
magic
as
show
well.
of all time.
Valentina for Sora. That's the thing. But no, they want to go for a Harley here. Early pick Harley. But at the same time, you should know that this Harley is kind of nerfed in the new patch. So you really need a proper early game snowball. Other than, I mean, if you're not having it, then you're really into a problem scene. Eyes Wide Shut about to pick their first two picks here against this Harley. They have a chance to go for that Grok Zetian, Grok Claude, or you can say Grok Suyu. So like that. I mean, Grok should be same, but other than that, they can go for a Suyu, Claude, this kind of thing. They're gonna go
Come
for a
on,
Paquito
Dexter. It's our showtime.
with a Claude. Yeah.
Okay, Potato finally coming as a priority. Eyes Wide Shut really delivering what it takes. Now they want to have a very bursty hero, but again, there is a reason why the such heroes are not getting prioritized much into this meta. But at the same time, now since the trend is following here at the Indian scenes as well, I feel like he is going to up in the rise. So for them to pick up a damage delay EXP laner, we may be able to see a jungler who is bit tanky as well. There's a high chance it's going to be a Bakshia, the Fredrin, or even possibly go all out, go for the Suyu as well. But for Cyber Drifters, two picks coming here. And as much as I remember, they are very good on God. So picking up a God might be it. But against a Claude, against a Paquito,
Magic is
it's
my
still, you
life.
have to depend a lot
Among the
on your
planes exists the
position. So that
equilibrium,
might not be it. But
which
there you go.
I was
Cyber
made
Drifters
for.
goes in for the Harriet. Now, again, they have kind of, cornered it out that it's not going to be any Mincetar onto the EXP and not any glue onto the EXP, or even a counter, the Phobius right there, since they have the ones who are banded up. So picking up a Harriet is such a safe spot right here. But the Eve, really loving that they have prioritized the slow right here, but the position, like the lack of mobility, might be a problem right here.
Definitely. And now the last pick coming in soon from the side of team Eyes
Rocks
Wide
need
Shut.
no
They have
protection
already
from
picked
the
up a lot
rain.
of tankiness into their way. The Paquito is kind of having a more damage kind of thing, pure damage kind of thing with the Master Assassin build. But now the Baksha is coming in here with the jungle priority. So do the Claude. But Pichi, I always think like Claude is nowadays is the most prioritized hero in the goal lane, and it's really works so well throughout the tournament of Battle for Crown. I've seen a lot of Claude games, and I've seen a lot of Claude games as a victory as well. So if you're gonna count it out from the day number one of round of 64, I mean the day it started broadcasting, I'll definitely say that this Claude has a better matchup win rate than other heroes. And now you're gonna see that Terizla is getting banned because you have to give us safer spot for the Paquito in the lane to lane matchup. And from this side, I'm gonna get take out the Kalea, or you can say a pick off like Kaja.
Oh, that's gonna be really neat if they actually go for those kind of picks. But at the same time, look at them. Baksha as expected onto the jungle. I believe, given the fact that it is a EXP onto a damage. So back onto the banning phase, Terizla out of the way. Cyber Drifters, they are really good
Crowned
with their
by heaven's
Terizla, so
mandate,
banning it up
my
is
legacy
a
shall
good decision
endure.
right here. But at the same time, the Zatian is out, the god is still open, eyes wide shut. Knowing them, they are also very good with their god. So this is going to be a bit of push and pull for that hero. But since we already have an Eve, there is a small chance that Eyes Wide Shut are going in for the God. But one last ban from Eyes Wide Shut, I do believe it's going to be targeting towards another EXP. Maybe the glue also is a good chance right here.
Yep, glue. It's a better chance that Eyes Wide Shut should ban the glue here. But as per the Paquito is there and the Phobius is banned,
You're
I believe
thirsty,
somehow
Master.
Cyber Drifters might gonna go for a Yuzong. Yuzong is quite good against the Paquito. If not the Yuzong, then the Uranus. But at the same time, you really have a lot of magic comp into your way. Harley, Harith, Eve, three magic comps. So you should narrow it down something into the physical damage section. So you need more like Yuzong rather than a Uranus, I believe. But at the same moment, they need a proper sustained frontliner for their side as well. So if not the Uranus, Then into the roam section, they need the Hylos. And if the Hylos is coming there, I believe Lunox should be the best mage priority for Eyes Wide Shut.
True. Let's see if that's going to be the case or not, because
been
Eyes
itching
Wide
for
Shut,
a
since
real
they are
fight.
known to be in the tournament scene for such a long time, they are very well much uh, prepared. So for Cyber Drifters, it is a challenge, but for Eyes Wide Shut as well, it is going to be an equally of a good challenge, because it's the best of five series, and on top of that, Cyber Drifters are really doing good nowadays. I have seen them really rising up to the challenges. So we'll have to see how much they can provide tonight. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the Kalea getting banned along with the glue that was
Sun rises
actually
when I
coming
give the
in.
word.
But hey, we are back onto the picks. What is it going to be?
Khalid, Leminer, he really wants to go for that Khalid, but I was thinking that Eyes Wide Shut should have a pick off in their lineup. Because at this moment, to take out the Harley, to take out the Harith, you need a proper pick off. I know Harith and Eve can go for a Purify, and your bait will be, totally vested onto it. But like having no pickoffs against this kind of heroes is kind of terrible for your side. And you do have the Bakshir, I know. You do have the Paquito for the damage lineup, I know. You have the Khalid for the early game aggression, but at the same time, you need someone to give the opening. If not, the Zatian is also banned. So
Now you
now
lead
you
the
need a
way to the
proper
next
initiator
adventure.
who can initiate the fight other than the Khalid. Because Khalid need to go for a close range. You need someone who can try to go for a projectile kind of thing like a god. So mid lane god should be the option here for Eyes Wide Shut, and there you go, guys. Sora against the Paquito. This matchup is going to be really hazardous for both the sides, because both of them are kind of aggressive in the early phase, and both of them have a lot of damage in the early phase of the game. But I really want to see this Sora onto a physical emblem and a fighter emblem, proper fighter physical emblem, so that he can be a little bit sustained when he will go for a cloud form.
Ho ho ho! You really crazy picks coming in from the side of Cyber Drifters. They are no short of the damage, no short of the crowd control, and for that setup as well, they have got it all. For Eyes Wide Shut, they are trying to go for a bit of a counter play with what they have. And Eyes Wide Shut, the crazy thing that they are pulling up with this Loi. Even yesterday, I do remember, Ash, that this Loi was such a good trump card, and the diversion play was no less. Really did a great job onto this. And with that, we are looking at the Louis in the first pick. Now, that's a crazy gameplay we'll be looking at.
Let's go, guys. What will be happening? Let's see. Because last day, also, as you mentioned about the Louis thing, I've seen it from the side of Team Cyber Drifters. But today, it will be a scene from the Eyes Wide Shut. Louis and Hylos combination we saw yesterday. Today, we're going to see it with a Khalid. Let's go, guys. Diversion, dispersion, rotation, all these things Louis gonna provide. This is the adapted new meta of India, I'll say, because we never see a Louis right now in the MPL scene. So
Yes.
it's fine. You're owning your own meta. Ladies and gentlemen, game number one of the grand finale at Algambo Esports for the Battle of Crown is on. This is between Team Ice Shirt Void versus Team Cyber Drifters. Are you all ready? Because this will be a BO5 series. Whoever will win 3 games will be tagged as the champion of Battle for Crown Season 1, the first tournament hosted by Algambo Esports. Giveaways winners are already out, guys. You can check it out in our Instagram page already. You can see the early game aggression. Holly goes back with the gap, but he will be fine. But that was really, aggressive start coming out from Eyes Wide Shut.
Definitely an aggressive start coming in, and on top of that, they are not giving any space right here. Look at that. Now onto Harley getting, giving, has not having any space. That is really brutal, given the fact that Luo E is a early game hero and they are utilizing it at their best. Now onto the same note, Lemner. I feel like Lemner should be crowned as the most annoying Khalid in the server. I do remember him playing the Khalid for such a long time, like since they just made it into the meta. But there you go, he's gonna survive for now. But what's gonna happen, because there's no first blood yet.
Of course, I mean, the start is so well, but still, they couldn't manage to get us casualties from the side of Team Cyberdrifters. So I'll say like Cyberdrifters really want to go for a defensive startup as well. They're waiting for the first turtle to come in. Before that, a little bit of skirmish is being sown onto the top side. We're going to see the Bakshia going for the roller coaster, but not going to happen beautifully because there'll be no follow-up. They're going for the first turtle here. Turtle dance already started. They really want to accumulate that turtle, and from the behind, we're going to see the Harley coming in for the contest. He does have a chance, but look at the zone out. Khalid goes in with the desert tornado, the first blood secure on to Kevin, and there is the turtle securance coming in. He went for the shifting cloud, but he not gonna succeed with it. Double kill secure. Now invasion is happening on the blue buff side. You're gonna see that as a tornado zoning out that Grok as well as that Evia. He's trying to give some poke damage, but there you go, guys. Successfully taking out the blue buff and utilizing to go divers. Utilizing the diversion into the bot. Oh my goodness. Harith in a very bad position. Went for the Zaman first. There is a lot of damage coming in with the dispersion and rotation. Duality happens, but Harley managed to take down. Okay, Radio falls down as well. Louis, Radio, 1-for-1 trade.
Crazy. Look at that. Radio not getting any space in his own lane as of now. And with that, Claude getting all that gold sheet. Now, Claude gaining all that gold is going to accelerate his items. And with that item, look at him. He almost is taking down every single turret. But hey, looks like Cyber Drifters are finally getting those kills in the 1v1 manner.
But on to the bot side, that will be the consolation for that Paquito skill. They managed to take out Harith for the second time in this game. 4-2 the score is. They already have a lead into the way. And not only that, but they want to secure the structure. Look at that. I mean, this is the first aggressive play we're seeing from Eyes Wide Shut, because they really play a little bit safer in the early phase of the game. But today, their approach, their intent is different. From the very first, they tried to invade with that Khalid, and then we saw the real succession onto the bot lane.
That is true. Now that the turtle is back again, the team will have to look forward to what they are going to do, because Cyberdrifters a little bit behind onto the gold. And look at that, Nox is giving up that vision, making sure Lemonade jumps in. Even though it's just him, he knows he can get out very successfully. And with that, he tried to get that retribution. And this is what Eyes Wide Shut are known for. Now that Kimonshiki doesn't have his retribution, he won't be coming in, and Purple Haze will be having an easier time. So far onto the top 32, top 16. Oh wait, Ash, look at that.
Went for the rampage. Oh my goodness. Nice, beautiful escape for that Sora. He managed to go back, Arul, but now he's getting trapped down. He's getting a little bit of damage, and he will be taken out with a final blow coming out from Purple Haze. This guy is so much, powerful in the early phase of the game. Every time I see this guy, will it be Suyu, will it be this Bakshia, this guy never disappoints me. Not only him, but Lemonade as well. The zone out is so good. And there you go. Some action being shown here. They're asking for a pause. Maybe some little bit of network issue, I believe. But from this way, okay, there is a pause coming in.
Okay, crazy enough, even how it was going around. Look at that. Claude, though, this time around is actually having an easier time on his lane. No more gangs coming in. For Cyber Drifters, they were kind of known for taking away the snowball from the enemies, early game especially. But now that they are not getting that kind of a area, because early game Loe hurts, there's Lotto spamming up, and then top of that, the Grok is unable to perform very well in his lane, trying to juggle two lanes at the same time. Like Radio needs help, Kevon needs help, and top of that, they don't know how to get Lemonair out of their own jungle area. So that is a lot for Cyber Drifters as of now. But for Eyes Wide Shut, they are comfortably breezing to the first game as of now.
But Pichi, I always think that they should have prioritized the early game in a better way. Like, if your jungle thing is not working, if you cannot take the turtle, you should have went for the Claude. But initially, you left out the Claude alone with that Harith, and the Harith goes down for 2 times. One from the when he engaged into the team fight, and then he got engaged by 4 of the members. So that's the thing. Like your is not doing that much efficient in the early phase of the game. So now he doesn't have that early snowball. It's literally going into the hand of Claude, and if it's constantly being there with him, then he will be really fearceable in the late phase of the game. So you need to mark him out at least 2 to 3 times for now in this mid game, so that the loss, the deficit you're having in the early phase of the game will be get recuperated in the mid phase.
That's true.
That's more into the execution. If what if like Ice White Shirt will not give them the chance to do it? So they're really in a very vulnerable position right now. They need to think, re-strategize, and make their comeback in this moment. Or I always say, first set is a bait set. So maybe it's a bait set from Cyber Drifters. Who knows?
True, and anything could happen. There you go. Looks like the teams are all ready as of now, and on top of that, we'll have to really see what is going to happen because Luminary, he's not good taken down. Look at that deadly magic onto him, and still he is surviving. Radio.
Goes in there, Gaga falls down, slain happened, but Lemoner will take it down as well. And there's a lot of damage coming out with a duality. Structure 1 into the mid, falls down. Lane expansion happened there. Baiting the blue buff as well. Now, not only the structures pitchy, but the resources you're having onto your side is going down from your hand. And the objectives are already secured from the side of Team Ice White Shirt. So you should be prepare yourself for the late game spike, the late game deficit you will be having, and the late game spike Team EWS will be having.
100%. Look at that. As of now, Radio is trying to come up with the, farm right from the mid lane or even from the bottom lane. But hey, it's just Lemonair cutting off everything possible right in that manner. Now, when he's cutting everything off, Cyber Drifters are very behind onto the goal. Look at that. 5,000 gold, almost 4,500, closing down to 5K have been created, and Lemonair is truly annoying. Radio, look at that. They know where he is, and it doesn't matter for Lemonair that he has backup from his, teammates or not. But what matters is the Radio's position, and Radio won't be farming up now that Ice White Shut are moving towards their last turtle. Look at them. The gold is easily falling onto their hands.
So do the EXP. They have a level up from, if you're going to compare it with the Cyber Drifters players. And also, there is a huge goal lead which is settled by them as kind of 5K. Tortoise Poisons comes in the way, went for the roller coaster ride. Retribution comes in the way as well. Tech Charge, not gonna happen, but nothing gonna happen onto the side. He goes back with Harley's hat. He'll be in a better position, but from the behind, Lemonair is coming out to zone him out. Raising Sandstorm, he managed to execute him in the mid phase. My goodness. Lemonair is not just a tank for EWS, but he is also the one who punished the jungler of Cyber Drifters. Now, they try to take down that tier 2. Beautiful defense coming into the way. Duality years. A lot of burst comes on. Ludox managed to fall down. Gaga goes down as well. There is a slain happen onto a roll. This will be the marking. This will be the end, I'll say, because now your Holy Shield will be taken out. Oh. There was a little bit of frame shift happened, but now 4-man rotation onto the top with a diversion, and that will be the final blow for Louis. It's quite good. It's over now. I mean, somehow, Pichi, we all know that the first game is totally capitalized by the side of Team Ice White Shirt, because so far, their rotation with the help of the diversion, their accumulation onto the structures, their goal lead, their damage level gap onto Cyberdictus is too high. Again, goes in. Nox falls down there. Cloud shifting huge, but we'll just get back into the zone because now if you're gonna take a fight, you might not lose it out because of your gaps you're having. Oh, aggressiveness from this Khalid goes in with the Desert Tornado. Will have the reason with the help of the Sand Guard. If he would have having that Raising Sandstorm, he could have taken down their Harley there.
Hey, what is happening? Both the teams is really onto a roll. But Five Spectre, look at them. They want to go in. Noxy gets up a Tectonic Charge, but no, he will be getting caught right there. But on the same note, it is Wink doing the max damage right here. Look at him now. He is gonna be really waiting to take down the tier 2
Oh.
turret. They're trying to burst and radio. Look at that. He gets radio, gets out of the way, but no. Arul jumps in at the right moment. Now he might be in trouble given the fact that he does have his damage form to deal the damage, but no, killing spree picked up by Haze. That too on the back shield. Look at him now. Invoker though, he's also picking up kills one by one. Though I have seen him playing that support. Holy moly, what a way to survive. What an HP to survive.
Definitely. 15,000 prize pool fight is going on, and you have to show this kind of skills, and they are really into it. They're implementing everything onto this final game. From the very start of the game, we saw the intent, we saw the aggressiveness, we saw the invasion potential from that Khalid. And in the end, also, Leminer is doing that thing. He's not only zoning out, he's not only initiating the fight. I was asking who will be the initiator. It's not the Louis, it's the Khalid right now. And look at this damage coming out with this Desert Tornado. Once again, I told you, all the resources, if you're going to count it out from the very beginning, I think Harley is really deficit with that blue buff. He doesn't even find any blue buff so far. And that is really a pain in your back because when as a mage jungler, magic jungler, you're not having the blue buff, you're really, not, you're kind of useless because somehow you cannot have the damage and overall your damage is low. Now the Paquito in a very bad position, might get taken out. He went for the flicker. That is the Zaman for Stone Ashes coming into the way. RWM popped up as well. Paquito still surviving at an inch of L. Oh my goodness, from the behind. Claude just goes for the engage. Double kill secured by Wing. He goes in for a triple. Gaga goes down. Maniac secured. Nox falls down there. Can it be a savage right now? It's the lightning strike being used inside the base. But the Tote's Poison's coming into the way as well, but he went inside the fountain right now. He got the reason there. No Savage for Wing, but doesn't matter. The game number 1 is getting into the hand of Eyes Wide Shut EWS with the lead on the start of this grand finale BO5 series at Algambo Esports.
What a game, what a game. Both the sides have shown, but for EWS, really going in hard. And mercy, no mercy shown towards their enemies. That is definitely crazy coming in. So I am really curious to see what we will be having in this finale. Look at them. As of now, they have captured every single thing possible in the game, and they just made sure to get it on onto their hands in a very comfortable manner. And as for the other side, they did not get any more chance to deal something right there. Look at them. Onto the same note, we will be looking at the match highlights, and for the match highlights, Maniac for Wink, are you kidding me? Is still a really good hero.
Of course, you can see that there is a huge difference in the scoreboard. We can see Wing getting the MVP, of course, when this man is so good. And I told you, if you are not watching out the Claude in the early phase of the game, you're gonna get cooked in the late phase, and that's what happened. You gave him the snowball, you gave him the kills, you gave him the goal, and now he's not only the rich guy, he's the carry, he's the rich guy, he's the one having a lot of damage onto the side of team Cyber Drifters, and that's the reason. He's the sole reason who managed to secure the win against Team Cyber Drifters. What a game it was.
True. I really want to see what is it going to be for the result screen because there's a high chance that Wink might be taking away the MVP. But Lemonaire being Lemonaire, he might be the one as well. But crazy enough, I do want to see what is it, for the side of Team Eyes White Shirt. And for Cyber Drifters, I think they should reconsider their draft for now. Like, they have amazing heroes. Yes, that is true. They have amazing, you know,
Mhm.
time as well with their heroes, because from time by time, right from the round number one, we have seen that they are very comfortable. But the only problem as of now is how they are farming up. They're getting invaded a lot, they are getting interrupted a lot, and that is definitely a problem.
Absolutely right, Peachy. And it's not going to be Ash for this game. I'm going to be swapping myself with him, like the. Anyways, looking forward to obviously the second game, considering we just had a maniac, being present. It is just insane to see, right? Eyes White Shut take the game. First game in the grand finals, they capture a maniac, and Claude obviously really showing why he's the top tier marksman. No surprises there. I'm gonna be honest. I always expect a Claude maniac every game. It doesn't happen most of the time. So yeah, it doesn't catch me off guard. So looking forward to the next match, which is going to be the comfort server for the side of Cyber Drifters. So maybe comfort server plays a thing, because yesterday the PG, you remember, because Cyber Drifters lost the game, they did not play the comfort server, and so maybe we might see the side switch immediately, or Eyes Wide Shut might just be too dominant. Who knows, right?
That is true. Anything could happen as of now. And since that Cyber Drifters, the weakness is out for them. And for Eyes Wide Shut, they are capturing it very beautifully so far. So I do want to see what is it going to be from now onwards, because this is a best of five series, and you need at least 3 games in your hands to win it up. And for that to happen, you need to continuously give such a amazing game. And for Eyes Wide Shut, yes, they are delivering. Wasn't expecting the Paquito as their second pick, and top of that, it worked out very well given the fact that they have invaded Kevon Shiki time by time. So I do want to see what they are trying to do.
Especially considering this game will be, PG. I believe since the last game obviously created this kind of chain reaction, right? So that will obviously be impacting how what is it? The word. I'm not able to exactly pinpoint a word. So when I figure it out, I'll let you. But for now, we'll see the Baksha band coming in pretty soon, I believe, because yeah, I believe that hero is definitely something that they need to consider, right?
That is true. Now, as of now, we have kind of established that Purple Haze is really good with his,
need no
fighter junglers. But as of now that we are looking at him playing the tank as well, as in tank junglers, his team is really giving him the comfortable time. So I'm kind of curious to see what is it going to be. Because one thing for the side of Team Cyber Drifters, they can also do the same, but they do need that kind of synergy coming in.
Yep. And with the Freya out of the way, let's see if we'll get the. Obviously, we should be getting the Zushin ban pretty
You
soon.
know,
Yeah.
you know what's surprising?
What?
I'm not quite sure from what round it is, but I'm pretty sure that the last 2 or 3 rounds, the Freya is sitting on that same spot. Even on the last match, even yesterday. Yesterday I was there right from series 1 and 2, and I remember the Freya not moving, and then it's like crazy. Now that that size has switched, also I believe she's still there.
Yeah. I think
Come
Peachy.
on, Dexter.
The thing
It's
is,
our showtime.
what was it again? Uh, I'm trying to
No,
remember to pinpoint the word, but yeah, she did appear. She did appear in the previous series, which was the BO3. So thankfully,
yeah,
she was not exactly in the void of banning face each time, which she
agreed.
obviously is in this tournament, banned around 22 times already, along with Zushin and the Harley. She's obviously combating quite a bit. So for now, we'll get that Marcel ban along with the other side, Cyber Drifters. What do they want to go for? Is it going to be perhaps? Okay, it's going to be a Guinevere, not a Harley.
Okay.
Surprising.
That is surprising though. But hey, as of now, they do know that the Harley is not a threat for them and they can
Yeah.
easily get the Harley onto their soul. So that might be the case right here. But as for
Butterflies
the
born
other
by thy
side,
wish,
Guinevere
guided
is
by
such
lantern's
a
light.
good, a long-term ban for them. They don't want to open it up, and on top of that, they are just, being like, no, no hero. I'm not
Welcome to
opening
the
that.
greatest magic show of all time.
Yep. So the Harley is gonna get out of the way here, and it's gonna go to the side of course, Team Cyber Drifters, who are still the first pick because, of course, the toss is the one that decides, right? But on the other side,
Yeah.
I believe we'll be getting something different as well, as Phoveus is open. He's been banned in the last series for the whole game. We did not see a single game Phoveus.
I am
So
not
Yep.
there's
the
a solid
only
chance we
one
will see the
bound by
Phoveus
these
appear, and there we go.
chains.
He appears, and now what else is open? That's the question. Suyu is open, so maybe he's up for the grabs. And
But
other than that,
you know, as much as I know Purple Haze, like we have
The
seen him
immortal one
play,
chose
he
me to
would prefer
vanquish
a
the
Leomord
shadows
over
that
the Suyu.
plague this
So,
world.
oh, okay. I think they want to prove me wrong today. So that's not gonna be a Leomord. That's gonna be a Suyu. Another interesting pick because I did want to see that pick under the game number one, but hey, it's a game number two. A win-win.
funny considering they do have a teammate called Wink, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, coincidences, but yeah, with this on board, looking into it with how the match really went in the last match, right? We had a Paquito appearing, as well as obviously the Claude getting the Maniac. That is obviously setting up the pace of this game, and it's affecting how the match will go on. So let's take a while and see what happens as we move forward. We will get the Uranus on the XP lane, which was a winning factor for the side of Team Celestial Titans in the previous series, right? So let's see what happens as we move forward.
I've been
It
waiting
might be a
for
good
too
idea to get the
long.
Claude or the carry. And oh, sorry, the Claude was banned, so carry is the best possible option. So they go with that one.
Oh, interesting. I mean, hey, the Harry did not work, so they are switching things up as of now. So, and that's going to be a carry coming in. Carry though, I feel like banning of the Cloud, they have done an amazing work, but at the same time, there's only few respect bans that you can do because there's going to be quite a high
I
chance
am vengeance
that the teams will
incarnate.
be coming up with new heroes, and to combat a carry they are not going on a the route that we always see, something like a Granger, something like a everything. So that's going to be a Moscow. Now, Moscow, highly unexpected right here, given the fact that it does takes time to farm up, does take time to get the items. But if the situation is right, as in, the last game, Claude, he was definitely getting all the gold shield and all the turret as well under just 3 minutes. Can you imagine that?
I can because I'm a Claude main, baby. 1,000
Oh,
matches for a reason, just flexing it out. But jokes aside, um, obviously that's the whole reason I've been telling a lot of people. I mean, you can sound. I mean, you know how I
Crowned by
sound
heaven's
offended when I
mandate,
don't
my
see any
legacy shall
prioritization on the Claude,
endure.
right? Because I really believe
Sand
that it's
rises
his
when I
meta
give
right
the
now.
word.
Because Freya is banned most of the time. Yeah, but obviously if the Freya is open, things can change drastically. But even in that game, Freya can still lose to a Claude. So anything can happen. The thing is, Claude is just S tier right now, and I believe some teams that are ignoring him either exactly know how to counter or they're just not realizing his potential yet. They're Megumi.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that might coming in like very quick in our server or even in our community scenes as of now. But if the country and the scene that we take inspiration for start picking up, it's going to be very
I
quick
am the
because of
power of
that.
light
So it
incarnate.
is slow for now, but there you go. It's going to be a Kaza getting banned. Kaza, understandable, but for the same time, I do remember Lemonaire from his Peak to Plummet days, and they were the
Yes,
ones
me too.
who started the Kaja revolution. Like they started picking up Kaja, and all the teams started to see the potential as well.
Hmm. And Akaja, though, I don't think. Hmm. I think
Benefiting.
Kaja, yeah, it's been banned, but I'm not seeing it, Pity. I'm going to be honest because they hardly kind of need someone that can frontline. You know, Kaja is too squishy. It it makes sense on like an equation, you know, but
sales been
you know
itching
those
for a
high
real
school
fight.
math problems, you know, there could be two equations that can make it work. So yeah, I feel like the thing is a lot of people think Harley is someone that is single target. He needs someone that can lock onto single target. So you need a pick off. So people pick up the Kalia or the Kaja. It works sometimes, so people believe it's the truth. But I highly disagree. For a simple reason, Hardy is a squishy hero. He needs someone that can frontline and keep on fighting in the team fight so he can go and flank. Isn't that the whole point of an assassin? That's how Harley shines. If you want to play the pick off game, you have to play a little bit differently. And if you make it obvious that you're going for a pick off, a team like Eyes Wide Shut, I believe they should have been ready. But I guess, hey, you know, like you mentioned, Lemonaire is there and stuff, and they don't want to risk it. It's good. So they will get the Valentina on hand because the Zetian is gone, the Zushin is gone, but the Eve was open. I guess, you know, too vulnerable for Harley, I guess.
Not quite following why the Valentina right here. Again, there's not much of a
Same.
great ultimates right there. Maybe they are just anticipating something onto the roam or possibly the mage because they still have to get it on. And that is also another reason why they did not ban another mage and therefore banning of the cards as well. So that might be another reason. So
Fight.
let's see what is it
Fight
going
for
to
the
be. Will
ultimate
Sabotages
answer.
go for NE? But oh my goodness, they are making it a little bit harder for the Valentina and to put the cherry on top. That's gonna be a really it's just a free purify for a Valentina.
Yeah. Hmm. Other than that, all of the other ultimates are kind of useless. She can't exactly get much benefit out of the deadly magic. I mean, I guess you can steal Uranus. I guess would it work? Like you steal Uranus's ultimate, and then you click on it, and then you become Uranus, and you. I mean, you will technically. I have never copied a Uranus ultimate. I need to see this. Okay, it
Yeah,
might be
like
funny enough. Imagine that counters Harley because Uranus ultimate it gives him 20 stacks of heal. So on theory, she should be able to copy it. I'll try it. Okay, I should try it. I need to try it. Okay, but other than that, the other ultimates are kind of useless. They go with the Gatot. So if you were gonna go with the Gatot anyways, why not Eve? Just commit to the kill
true.
box.
That's true, and that would have been such an amazing thing as well because a part of the side of saboteurs will be forced to play under the Eve's hitbox. So that's gonna be that for the conversation into the drop. But ladies and gentlemen, let's move on towards the game. This is going to be the second game of Eyes White Shirt versus Cyber Drifters. Eyes White Shirt have already secured a point. That means they are just two steps. I mean, they just need two steps more to get closer towards that victory, getting the
Exactly.
crown of the Barrel of Crown. So let's see what is it going to be. And now that we are looking at two different rotations from both the junglers, it is going to be really interesting to see which marksman is going to be first blood because this
Hey,
Moscow taking in too much damage. Oh no.
bottom lane as well. Uranus taking so much damage as well. And Radio, surprisingly, playing for a carry on the top lane. That's a lot of pressure. Valyr's Sun coming in as well. Carry, you don't have enough damage in the early game. Might not be a good idea to commit, but still she does. And the stacks actually captures a kill. Will be taking down Wink, the previous game Maniac holder. Let's see if he recreates that magic in this match as well, but he will be the first blood. Let's see if he's up for revenge or not. For now, Eyes Wide Shut. Their composition, obviously, I feel like it's very late game oriented, but bottom lane, that might be a kill. Suyo, will he capture it? Does he have the cooldown? Unfortunately, doesn't.
So close, so far, but I really love the response rate coming in from Gaga because the top lane that was much needed for Radio. Look at him. Radio can have a comfortable time as of now in his own lane, given the fact that he is a bit 200 to 250 gold ahead of this Moscow as of now. But the turtle is gonna come up. Saboteur is really pushing it down, and they are showing what they can do. Wait a minute, Nox looking quite low. Will be taken down into the hands of Invoker. Would have been really great to see if it went into the hands of Purple Haze, but hey, it's okay. At least they got it.
At least they got it right. It's still 1-for-1 score. Eyes Wide Shut does have a clearer vision on the turtle, and with this Kevin Shiki, he could not even get a second to use his silly little hat to get out of it. Just got chain locked into a CC, terrified, and there was knock up, and then he was just gone. But right now, oh, top lane looking a bit spicy. Wink, you're the main target. Obviously, you're the MVP holder with the Maniac. You're not getting out that easy, my friend. And he's gonna get taken out. But the score, Will be 2 for 3 still remaining because I do a shot. They get NTS Arul.
Let's see though. Let's see what is it going to be. SOD not connecting as of now, but it's okay. Looks like the teams are really gearing up for the turtle as of now. But in the same note, Cyber Drifters, they do have a great map presence. They are really giving a lot into the hands of Radio. Top lane, there comes the support group for Wink as well, since he has been taken down twice, and that is definitely not good on the Moscow.
To be fair, he's a late game marksman. So as long as he can climb back up, he can clap them back. So it is highly possible. But in the mid lane, oh, that is a good AOG right there. They land it straight into the Hilda and Nox is down. And the Revitalize is going to be on spot. Does he survive it? Does he survive it? Oh, 1 HP rescue and Kevin Chiki will also fall. That's a W for the side of Eyes White Shirt. Their name has a W, so yep, they're, collecting it. And 2 to 5. And even Moscow is slowly putting the pressure back. And for now, almost 4 minutes into the game, exactly 4 minutes actually, the goal difference is not that much. So let's see what happens as we move forward ahead. We have around 20 seconds on the board for the next hurdle. And I believe Suyo will still be able to capture it unless Harley might be able to come up with a miracle steal, which I believe the chances are pretty low, Peachy.
And on top of that, there's going to be a bit of casualty given the fact that it is onto the side of Radio, and I would have to see Radio entering the river area as well. But looks like the teams are not deciding to go for the turtle. This is crazy. I get it. The gold is a bit problem given the fact that the gold gap is as of now widening it up, but the early game support, the early game stun coming in from Gaga, Nox, that could have been it, trying to take it away. A clutch still could have been possible with Radio on your side as well, but they have decided not to. Now that team Eyes White Shirt have switched up their lanes, this is crazy. Look at that. Mercy is gonna go for something, but Radio though, he's melting down. Gaga jumps in.
Oh,
There's
AOG?
a flicker with the deadly magic, so jumps in right at the time. He will be falling down into the hands of Kevin Shaky. The Radio, he is going to be the man of Pioneer right there, given the fact that he is the one dealing too much damage.
And with this 3 to 5, the side of Cyber Drifters are putting the pressure back as much as possible, but you can clearly see that Wink is also slowly retaliating back as much as he can. Lemonade does get that rated armor, so Harley's not going to be that much of a big threat as he was previously. And looking at the itemization, Harley only has a Genius 1. I don't think that's going to do much, honestly, but let's see. Oh, bottom lane. Carry trying to retaliate a little bit, trying to help Nox, but up to no avail. Eyes Wide Shut will still 5 kills and against 3. It's almost 6 minutes into the game. Next turtle coming in half a minute.
Half a minute left, and that's going to be the last turtle. But oh, wait a minute, did they just steal Purple Haze purple buff? They did, right? Oh, they did. He's going in for a invade as of now. Look at him, Nox. Will he be able to do something? Because there is a chance for him to steal it away a little late, but the retribution will be popped off. That means the turtle will be delayed by 10 to 15 seconds as of now. The teams are trying to look for more Lemonaire as of now into the bushes, giving out the vision. Now that Mercy is also joining up the team by the mid lane in trouble.
And Peachy, the fact that I kind of don't like when people take the purple buff and then leave their purple open. You just go for a 1-for-1 trade. Like, why? The whole point is to deny the farm, isn't it? So I don't like that. But hey, turtle is going to be spawning in. Is it going to be a steal? I don't think so. Oh, it is Kevin Chiki with the clutch. Retribution steals it away. At the same time, AOG on spot. He gets punished immediately by Purple Haze. For like, why would you do that? And why would you steal it away? That's the punishment right there. And Phobius with the bonks going in very deep. He flickers away, but a little bit of a danger. Carry wants to join in the team fight. Phobius still going in strong. And TSRL with a lot of sustain as well. Hilda will retreat, and Carry only gets the staff right now. She's doing pretty fine though, so maybe she might be the golden light that they need. Phobius still going in very deep, very strong. Valir almost gets caught in as well. Valentina copying that ultimate just to get a free Purify. On the top lane, though, we'll be getting a 1 versus 1 between the marksmen, I believe. But, oh, that is not going to be There is not going to be an SOD connecting as you expected, Wink. You're going to be, sadly, not winking that much. You're going to be back to the base.
They kind of realized, Team Eyes Wide Shut, that the top lane, especially for Wink, he's not farming it very well, given the fact that we have spent so much resources. So
That
now it's
scam.
time, yeah, now it's time for to come back towards the team because Lemonade, though, he really tried his best under the top lane, trying to give him the support that they need, but now it is just into the hands of Suyu. But during the late game, it may be into the hands of Wing. So let's see what is it going to be. There's going to be a terrifying effect onto Arul, rendering him a bit low on his HP. Lemonade, he's thriving on his passive. He wants them to attack, but onto the front lane Wing, he might be going in for that turret. There is like 5v5 situation, but Radio versus Purple Ace. Purple Ace waiting it up. He knows he can deal with her once he has his skills up.
And 4-6 score. Lord is going to be coming in right now. And with the clutch steal last time, I guess they got to make sure that Harley is in vision. They do not just suddenly let him come close and just let it go away. But bottom lane, that is going to be a really interesting one because look at that. Will he be able to survive it? I don't think so because you're alone, Purple Haze.
No.
That was not the decision you wanted to make. And with this, let's see. 5-6 score, and they're still claiming more. They want more, but will it happen? Eyes wide shut. They don't have their jungler. This is a good signal, but at the same time, obviously, the Phobius is being the main menace. But that's a lot of damage you're taking, Mercy, and you're not at your opponent's mercy. AOG gets interrupted and cancelled out. This is a green signal for them to commit completely. Gatot is down. Lemonade gone, and right now the next target is 3. You might just be able to do it. Flickers are already used. Exhausted. Mercy is already down. Carry's farmed. She's looking for more. Hey, Radio, don't get greedy. Go back to the Lord. You can get the win.
Definitely get a win right here, but look at them. They are pushing it towards the max as soon as possible. Now that the Lord is up for grabs, Purple Haze is trying to get in. No, looks like he is just very far from the Lord, and his Cyber Drifters giving them the challenge. Now, they did not, they a little bit amped up their draft this time around, and this time around they were the ones who invaded first. So that means they are also realizing what Eyes Wide Shut can do. So that means they can also do. But wait a minute, Arul, he does get stunned up twice. There's going to be Lemonade as well as Purple Haze, but still somehow he's an EXP laner, he's at Uranus, but they're not getting a setup as of now, given the fact that the tank is a Nox. He's on Hilda, but Hilda will be the first one to take him down. AOG dropping in, there's no flicker coming in. Radio does get stunned. SOG comes in, and there you go. Wink is in the frame as of now, and Mercy going on to the Radio, but the Radio does have a support group coming in. That's going to be Gaga, but crazy enough, looks like, Carrie does not want to go for more.
I guess it's a wise decision. Do not be that chaotic. Do not dive into the chaos that much. Oh, another kill cam. Looks like a streamer got some jokes, eh? Oh, he disappeared because he's back. Sasuke is gone. But yeah, jokes aside, 9-7 score, and the side of Cyber Drifters do look to be in a better position, but they always have to be in a reminder. Purple Haze can make a comeback any second, and so can the Moskov. Their carry needs to play it safe. She needs to be aware. She needs to be with her team. And Nox should definitely be providing her vision every second possible. Because the moment Carrie's alone, she's getting jumped and she's gone.
That is true, though. And on top of that, Carrie, though, there's like very few moments that we have seen that she is alone. But as of now, Kevin Tricky goes in for Invoker. That's going to be the deadly magic used up. That was a bit of a panic play, though. But since Invoker picked up the Uranus ultimate, she is going to survive. But for Nox, wait a minute. Both of them jumping in. They spotted 3 members under the bush. But the team, though, what about Radio? Looks like Radio's position will be revealed as well. Now, this is going to see interesting.
Yeah, PG. And the score remains same for the last 2-3 minutes, except for that 1 kill. Looking at the builds, the carry's done with the Trinity, obviously building up the Wind of Nature. I should suggest she should even go for a Rose Gold. I'm going to be honest, for a simple reason. Her staying alive is more important than the fact that she needs to dish out more damage. She's already going to be dishing through damage. do not amplify it further. Just focus on surviving. Because the moment she gets taken down, her team will crumble because she's the only source of damage. So I hope that's what the radio is following. If not, the moment his wind of nature is gone, Moskov or even the Suyo or anyone else can just dive into carry, right? And that is something that they gotta take into consideration as we move towards the 30 minutes into the game. Lord about to spawn in 5 seconds. Let's see what we have in store for us.
Let's see, though, this is really going interesting given the fact that Cyber Drifters are holding out really good against Eyes White Shirt. For Eyes White Shirt, they are trying to find that crack right from the last game. Now that the Lord is up, and Kawanshiki really looking forward to that.
Let's see though. Suyo obviously go. Oh, Mercy already getting melted down. Bad position. He finds himself in front of the Carry's claws or the speedy light wheels, if you may say. And it is Carry. You better have that wind of nature. And yes, she does. Will she survive? I don't think so. This is why I tell you, you need that rose gold as well, my friend. Because look at that. The wind of nature. The moment it was gone, she's fallen. But fortunately, Gaga captures the kill into wing. So both of the marksmen are down. Let's see what is following through. Nox, you're a little bit too low, my friend. You should be retreating. That could have been disastrous if you fell down along with NTS Arul as well. But fortunately, they will survive. But no marksmen. Will they be able to take this Lord, considering Purple Haze is still alive, and so is the Valentina, who's trying to come in. Let's see what happens, Peachy.
Let's see. Look at them. They have the retribution on. Purple Haze. He's trying to come in, but he's getting targeted by Nox. But there you go. Wait a minute. Even though he's low, he still takes away the Lord. I really love
Kevonchiki was one hit away.
Yeah. I really love how they have taken down the Moscow first and then went in for the Lord. That was really crucial for them.
Absolutely. The marksmen are the main winning condition right now. The rest, I hope, I mean it even in a non-offensive or maybe in an offensive way. Rest, all of the 4 members, they're just supports. It's a Moscow versus carry game right now. Legit. Because they're the ones providing the most amount of DPS. Rest of the members, they're providing the sustain, the crowd control, and the front line. But it's basically that. Carry stays alive and Moscow doesn't. Cyber Drifters win that team fight. Vice versa, Eyes Wide Shut. Let's see. Lord towards the bottom lane. I think that tier 2 definitely falling down.
Oh my goodness. Cyber Drifters moving along with the Lord. Look at that Nox right there. Trying to go for the wing, but the wing is dealing damage as of now. Arul jumps in as well, but for Invoker, it is just the Uranus's ultimate that is happening for her. So let's see what we will be looking forward to. Mid lane still standing strong, but looks like Eyes Wide Shirt really want their into hands. Arul as well as Nox right there giving out the vision, but the only person that is not here into the team fight is going to be Purple Haze, who just got spotted out by Nox. He has to retreat, and with that, it's just quite a fight that's going to be breaking out. Purple Haze trying to go for the Nox, but Radio with the spinning light wheel. She is known to deal damage to the highest HP and goes in for Lemonade first, but no. Mercy, 1 minute. He's trying to go for something. Gaga does get stunned out, taunted out, and that's a shutdown into the hands of Purple Haze. Look at them. They're trying to go for more.
Winter Crown.
Mercy, Winter Crown, but now it is Arul still trying to manage to get out of the way. But for Radio, I feel like that is really not good. Oh, the Wind of Nature comes in at the
need Rose Gold.
And there you go. Invoker jumps in with the flicker to get that kill. 3 members down, overextended. But the inhibitor though, look at that inhibitor might be falling down, but same goes for the side of team Cyber Drifters as well. Inhibitor taken down. The crystal is wide open for the side of team Eyes Wide Shut. This is the moment to jump in. Kawanshiki try to go for a retribution onto
They have minions.
Minions, but no, the base wide open and Eyes Wide Shut got the game.
Rose gold, man. That's all I'll say. Rose gold. Moskov had rose gold, Carry did not. That's all I'll say, buddy. Genuinely, that's all I'll say.
Crazy though, crazy. I mean, they had that chance, okay? Like, look at them. They had that everything onto their hands, but with just one moment, they lost all of it.
Yeah, Peachy, continue a bit.
And there you go. It's going to be the match highlights coming in. And, this was the moment where everything changed for Cyber Drifters. Now, Cyber Drifters really tried to get out of that situation. And this was just not it. Now that we know what went wrong for them, they are trying to do something. Is just one, a bit far away for them, talking about Cyber Drifters, but I do believe they will be getting it as soon as possible.
Yeah, Peachy. We are getting the match highlights. Obviously, the last standing moments where things drastically changed the moment Carrie fell down. th- I mean, genuinely, this is what I was talking about, right?
Yep. Look, I mean, there was a chance that they could have just backed out as well, but for the side of Team Aizwaitra, they realized this is the moment and this is where we could just take it all away, and they have acted it so perfectly, going in for the Uranus first and then for Kevonchiki. But Radio, though, kudos for giving us that wonderful game, but unfortunately, not in his hands today.
And I'm looking forward to, of course, the next match, which is going to be the main caveat. And
Oh.
yeah, and I believe, damn.
Drifters, you guys got it. They are like so near but so far as well. Like they do have a chance to win it out. They actually cracked the code as well, but they are still very far. So I am kind of curious to see what they are going to do a little bit different this time around. Yes, they amped up their draft. They are coming in with some strategies as well, but losing the crucial times is just not it. So I kind of want to see what if they'll play the slow game this time around.
Yeah, I'm also actually looking forward to that, Peachy, because that is what honestly just matters the most, isn't it? Because the last game, it was kind of into the favor of the Cyber Drifters, but the moment that Kerry kind of got a little bit too cocky and they went in way too deep towards the enemy territory. That's the thing. That's the whole reason people mentioned that you should not be going in deep. Even if you open up the map, you're still inside your opponent's territory where they can engage freely. Why is it called opponent territory? Because your opponents can come back faster to your lane, isn't it? So obviously that is something that they should have considered. But right now, I'll be leaving the desk to one and only my brother Ash TZ, who has come back. So Ash, why don't you join us?
Thank you, bro. Thank you. But before you going, tell me what just happened in the last phase. Like everybody in the chat, and Shinda in the Hindi desk was thinking like this game is going again. I mean, for Cyber Drifters, we are actually going to see a fourth game decider. But suddenly the wind shifted, and we saw that each and everybody were down. And the main thing I'll point out with Pichi as well, that the minion waves which came at that time suddenly. I mean, that this is what luck is for. I mean, when you have a luck on your side, minion waves coming in and you cleared out the minion waves, it's just the Uranus and the Harley being there on the map, and you're right now, like our one more waves from our side is coming soon, so we know that we can finish it up. And that's the utilization they did there, the calculation, the utilization, everything. And the luck was literally favoring on their side. That's the reason they won the game. But for now, Pichi, I mean, definitely, if EWS is winning or CD is winning, whoever winning will literally carve their name in the history of Algambos, because this is the first tournament, proper tournament kind of thing is happening in Algambo Esports YouTube channel in their org. So if EWS is winning with a 3-0, what better than that to carve in the history, like in the golden history? Like we won our first tournament at Algambo with a 3-0 victory. And to tell you that Purple Haze is none other than Serar Moon. So he is the one who has been played for a lot of big teams. But now in his not in his prime time, he started from the zero again. Like he went for those mini tournaments, small tournaments. Like though that guy was playing 12 lakh, 15 lakhs tournament, he come down again to the 15,000 tournament, and he again started his journey from this Algambo Esports. So do you think like this will be the starting for EWS to be known in the Indian tournament scene from the Algambo to the MLMS season 2? What do you think?
That is true, though. Look at them. Even every single person right here, be it the org, be it the casters, they are all here trying to give the best as they could. And I am pretty sure Algambo Esports have something bigger up on their hands as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we have another giveaway. If you weren't the lucky one onto the last giveaway that happened on the Instagram, but don't worry, if our YouTube channel hits 1000 subscribers today, we will be hosting a giveaway. And in that giveaway, there's going to be 10 people winning 500 diamonds each. So that's going to be a bit bigger. So, yes, do comment down your ID as well as server, and we will be picking out randomly if we hit 1000 subscribers. And also, do like the stream because that is going to be another milestone for us as well. So, what are we waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? Are you guys here cheering up for your teams?
They are also cheering up for the teams, and I would love to see you to support Algambo Esports because, as you heard from Pichi, 5,000 diamonds, 500 each, 10 lucky winners, and that's we need just 20 subscribers more, Pichi. I mean, we're close to the milestone right now because I remember I wasn't the part on the first day of Algambo, but I became the part from the second 16 Elite Scream, I remember. And from that way, I've been casted in so many scrims of Algambo Esports, so many 30, in the 32 Elite Scream as well, and then the weekly scrims, and now the tournament. And I would love to say that in the future, you and me might be casting the finals again, but together in a proper desk in offline LAN. That is what I mean, thinking. I mean, today we are here in 32 Elite Scream. We were casting in from our home in this Battle for Crown. We are casting from home, but in future, if it is possible, I mean, it is possible. Of course, it is possible. Algambo will do it one day for sure, and we'll be casting together in a from a desk in the grand finale with the people with the people in the stands as well. So, guys, support us because your support will be something which will boost our morale more. 20 subscribers, guys. Where are you all? क्या कर रहे हैं आप लोग? Faster, guys, faster. We want the 30, I mean, 1000 subscribers to be completed tonight because I can't wait, guys. I really can't wait. Because I somehow think this game might get end in 3-0. And Doom Bhai is already there in the chat. Hello, Doom Bhai. How are you?
Oh,
He's kind of he's also supporting team Ice White Shirt. Are you the coach, Doom
yeah,
Bhai?
coach. We got a coach in our chat. I have seen him coaching a lot of teams, so I won't be surprised if he's the coach of this team as well.
Definitely. I saw. I mean, maybe he's the coach. That's why he's saying Invoker. Let's go, Invoker. We will do it. But I mean, so many supporters of team EWS here, and the draft is on. Now let's see what will be the bans coming in. If Doom
Come
will
on,
predict the
Dexter.
draft, I'll
It's our
definitely be sure
showtime.
that he is the coach for EWS.
Let's go. We would love to hear it from you if you are the coach right here. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into the draft. Cyber Drifters versus Ice White Shirt. Ice White Shirt right here. Oh, very close on taking the game and going with a
I am
victory,
a
a
daughter of
crown
Northern
onto their
Vale.
head.
I
But for
swear to
Cyber
protect it till
Drifters,
my
they are
last
a
breath.
bit far ahead. What is it going to be? The teams are coming in with the respect bands, very much well needed as of now.
They banned the Claude, they banned the Freya as well, and now from this side, they might gonna ban out this Bakshia. Because last time also we saw the same thing from Cyberdrifters. They really respected out that two picks, which has a bigger and bigger implementation potential in the first match. For now, if they are going for the same strategy, they really not to need not to opt that Harley for the jungle. Have other choices. They can go for something else. I don't know why they are so clinched onto that Harley pick. I mean, Leomore is open. You can actually go for a Fedrin. You can also pick a Joy into your side. This guy also plays that Fanny thing. So why don't these picks coming in for Cyber Drifters? I don't know why they are totally going for that Harley again and again, again and again, again and again. And even if the carry was there in last time as well, still
I didn't
the
cure
map
the
control
pain.
was
I
totally, I
harnessed it.
mean, picked up from EWS through that
Different perspectives
Moscow
expose the
pick.
same truth.
Three, two,
True.
one.
Cyber Drifters as of now are really cooking in with the Valentina And as for Eyes Wide Shut, you guys know whenever you see a Valentina ban, it's either going to be a Marcel or a Sora. So the Marcel will be getting banned out. Zushin, though, I feel like Team Cyberdrifters are trying to keep the Zushin open since Eyes Wide Shut. They have to ban out something of a marksman or even a jungler right here onto the third ban. So I do believe it is going to be a Zushin ban, but other than that, Cyberdrifters, they are very well known to go for the Zushin as well. So, nope, no Zushin open. Now for the first pick. I really don't want to see a Harley once again. Yeah, you're right, Ash. It is not working for them. Though the Kevon Shiki really playing it very good, but now there you go. They switch up the drop. They are going for something tanky. Now, when they have gone in for something tanky, they need absolute damage onto the marksman as well as the EXP.
I mean, you went for the tanky, but at the same time, you left the carry for Team EWS here. And I don't think that EWS is gonna go for that carry pick, but they will actually cook it with something else into the jungle. Because if the Baksha is
Welcome to
here,
the
okay,
greatest
look at
night
that,
show of
look
all
at that,
time.
totally going for that glue. And this time, this Harley will be appearing for the third time in this grand finale, and that's with Sarah Moon. I mean, Purple Haze. He'll be with the Purple Haze this time, not with Kevon Shiki. Kevon Shiki will be with that Bakshia. It's like, remember, Pichi, my name is Ash TZ. There was a time that everybody in the game was giving TZ kind of name, Pichi TZ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
But
do
now the
remember that.
captain turned out to be Shiki. After the Demon Kai and the boy, sorry, Aaron Shiki from
Yeah,
TL
yeah.
when he became famous, I saw everybody try to give this suffix into their name. That is Shiki. I
Management,
should change
my
this to at
life.
Shiki. Okay,
This
I
Oh,
just need to
five rated
put one
ultimate
IKI
boyfriend.
from my name.
oh,
Okay,
waiting for that
as
day,
so.
Ash. Waiting for that day, but let's move ahead onto the drop. Looks like we are getting a radio back onto the Harriet. This might be a bit of a deja vu, but at the same time, onto the first game, the Hilda really worked out very, very well. Now, again, they want to play that hero. And yes, there is the reason why the Hilda is getting picked up because the invade can be really good. So I feel like we are going to get an invade game once again.
Yeah, you went for the Khalid last time against that Harley of Demonchiki, and you tried it best. You did it so well, and again, that's the glue into the room, into the hand of Lemoner. I was asking this to Shinra on the second game key. That is, will they go for a glue? Will they gonna try it onto the room? They did not go for the glue that time, but today in the third game, in the match
I am
point
now
game
the
for
only one
EWS,
bound
they're
by
going for the
these
glue pick, and
chains.
Paquito again coming into the hand of Mercy. We have seen Mercy onto that Phobias doing fabulously good in the last game. He was the one engaging without any fear. 4B1, 5B1, 3B1. This guy is already ready for it. And this time he's on to the Paquito. Paquito against the Harith is a really good thing, I'll say, because when you are taking up a team fight, he will just sneak out from the
I've been
back.
waiting
I'm
for
going to
too
try
long.
target you out there. But this Hilda coming in here, I believe we might going to see something utility from EWS maybe. Maybe a Lucas because Serrar loves to play Lucas as well. So he can also go for this Lucas. Or other than Lucas, out of everything, he might gonna go for his another comfort hero on the jungle, on the mobility, on the assassin that is Hayabusa.
Oh, long time no see though. It's been such a long time, for me especially because I have not been much seeing all the top teams and not been following where Sarah Moon was. I do believe there was a lot of team changes, but look at him as of now, right here. It is going to get interesting to see what kind of a hero that he is going to bring out. But as for now, Radio, since he needs to have an easier time right there, bans out the Claude. Claude is going to be a perma respect ban given the fact that the first match they have taken a maniac. Now, with that maniac, they know they cannot give Winged that kind of a hero. So, one more a marksman or possibly a mage. Now, mage, onto the same note, the Zatian is still open.
Yeah, the ZTN is still open. They might gonna get that into the ban list, or if they are not banning it out, then they really want to prioritize it into their side. But for now, eyes wide shut. what they will prioritize in the mid lane. Because so far, if the glue is here, there is a chance that CD can go for the Faramis to counter that
Among the
glue.
plains
If not the
exists the
Faramis,
golden
then
one,
they might
which
gonna go
I
for the
was made for.
Vexana, which is not in my wish list though. But still, it's counter the glue. If you really want to go for something to counter the glue, then these two things are capable of doing that. Last pick about to come. I mean, first pick about to come in the second picking phase for EWS. If they're going for the mage, they will take the goal laner in the last pick. After say, I mean, they already revealed their goal laner CD, so you should take the counter here and should wait for the mid lane pick to come out, and then you can choose the counter or choose something which can play better with that against that hero.
We'll have to see what is it going to be, given the fact that it is going to be a Valir. That is surprising, though. I was hoping to see something like a Lilia to pop up, given the fact that the Black Shoe is going to be such an important resource for the mid lane, or even a Zatian, since she is not banned. But that's going to be a Valir. It looks like they are copying the draft. Like, in a way, they
This flag
are.
is
Like,
our
of course, the
homeland.
Paquito is not
Crowned by
a
heaven's
pick
mandate,
that
my
Cyberdrifters have
legacy
went for,
shall
and there you
endure.
go. It is going to be a Zatian, one of my favorite heroes into the mid lane. And this game, they definitely have that control over the map fights as well. So let's see how will CD get this game along with the Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu, very good hero onto the crowd control as well as damage. So he's gonna have a bit interesting time against, might be a Glue EXP. Okay, not the Glue EXP though. That's gonna be onto the Roam. It's gonna be the Paquito though. Against El Paquito, I want to see how he is gonna have a good time.
Last time also, Pishi, they had a control on the game, but they couldn't have
Yeah.
the game for their side. So that's what happening. Okay, Wing gonna go for the Moscow again against that Harith this time, and it's a good pick because somehow Moscow counters the Harith. Beatrix Moscow, this kind of pick is a really good counter for the Harith. And even the Marcel was open, then I would have seen Wink onto a Granger as well. Last day also Radio being so much, I mean, dominating with that Granger. I'll always
Yeah.
remember that thing 26-0-0-0-1 the KDA
Crazy.
was. I mean, he was insane throughout the game, the first game against Nova Esports. But right now, the match point game is on, guys. EWS versus Cyberdrifters 2-0. The score is one more win. EWS will carve their name in the history of Algambo Esports in the Golden Words that they are the champion. They are the one who will be having the glory. But if this match gets into the hand of Cyberdrifters, then we're gonna see the comeback, the redemption phase, the fight back from the side of Team CD.
That's true. And as usual, this is MOBA 5v5, so that means comebacks are possible in any single manner. So really love to see Cyberdrifters definitely giving us that reverse comeback as well. But as for the side of Team Wise White Shot, will we be able to see a clean sweep? And if they do, my goodness, what an aggression that they have shown. As of now, looks like the teams are moving in towards Radio. Once again, not giving him the space to farm up, even taking away that small creep so that Baksha won't be having any time. But wait a minute, Lemon there in some kind of a trouble, but there is Purple Haze for the backup.
Yeah, definitely. He's on to the backup. He has already taken out that lava golem from the side of Cybertriptus, and that's the reason right now he does have more creeps and more buffs than Kevon Shiki. So let's see how it goes. Flickered back into the safer zone. Arul is getting a lot of damage from the Mercy in the early phase of the game, and on the same time, we're going to see that Harith is also getting a lot of damage from Moscow. So both the far laners are really winning their lane right now. And if it goes constantly like this, then it will not be a good case. But right now, it's a level 4 mark for Purple Haze, and the turtle is about to come in. Lapu Lapu back from the fountain after getting his reason back. Now the Hilda is zoning out the turtle here, waiting for the first blood. Harley goes in there with the deadly magic, goes on, but it will not be a lot of damage onto that Lapu Lapu into the top side. They're waiting for the turtle to come in, but look at that. What just happened? Why Arul goes in with the bravest? He doesn't have the bravest rider. He was not even level 4. I don't know what happened there. but he goes down instantly and onto the bot side. Cross map plays about to happen, but Wink is playing so defensively, and now as the EXP laner is down, they're invading the buff. They took out the blue buff here. Paquita goes in, Fear the Phoenix comes to the way. The turtle is already secured from the side of team EWS. What a start in the match point game for EWS.
WS, no way they give it all. Bagaga, though he does get steadily match got him, will be surviving that. Oh my goodness, what a HP to go right away. But onto the same note, Mercy versus Arul once again. EXP versus EXP. Who's it going to be? Mercy, his cooldown, his skills are on the cooldown, so he decides to just go back. But for Kevin Shiki, that is not looking good. He falls down at the hands of Wink. Wink is there along with Invoker. Nox getting attacked as of now, and they cannot do anything. Invoker this time around, he tries to make sure that this Harriet will be very far away, but Radial, no way, he just gets down. Crazy enough, Nox might be next one, and Purple Haze securing that kill. He tried to go for the bush, but that, the top bush might have been it. But once again, I feel like Eyes Wide Shut are really overstaying their welcome right here. But in the same manner, Purple Haze gets away doesn't get the orange buff, but that's gonna be Lemonade.
That's going to be Lemonade for sure. And right now, look at it, guys. The way they are controlling the map, Pitchy, I'll say, like, they're really on the verge of winning this game with a clean sweep. There is a slam coming in. A ritual attack from the Harriet. Fear the Phoenix comes to the way. Final blow given on that blue. Oh, SOD connected. Will Wing gonna go for the engage? He comes in. He's giving out the damage. He's gonna slay out Nox there. He took it away, the revenge onto the kill. Spear of Misery, he got a damage from the tier and goes down immediately. There is a burst coming in, but somehow Radio will be surviving. Follow up from Gaga. Gonna give out some burst with the energy, but this time that will be the retaliation coming out from the Valid here.
Oh my goodness, Cyberdrifters, though, despite having a little bit of a great start, like just 1 second of a great start, yet they are the ones in the deep waters as of now. Look at them. Eyes Wide Shut really taking control over everything as of now. Look into the mid lane. They want to capture at least one right there before they jump towards the turtle. Now, around the turtle as well, we may be able to see a bit casualties, but before that, Arul, he might be taken out, flickering out of the way. He's trying to be safe, but not for the Wing. Who falls down into the hands of Radio. There you go. Oh, Purple Ace gets the turtle in his hands, and Kevin Shiki not looking healthy.
Of course, that's a criminal move from Harith, I'll say, the way he punished out. But now, oh my goodness, Kevin Shiki, he falls down there. Purple Haze will be taking it out into his hand. And that's the time for the turtle to come in. I mean, in the 100 seconds, we can see the expanding river is flowing oppositely right now, and the invasion is happening onto the red buff. This is so bad. Resources are getting into the hand of EWS right now. They're ahead with the kills, they're ahead with the gold, and this is the fight back coming in. Beautiful escape happen. He goes back with Holly Cap, but he now will be taken down. There is shutdown happening onto him. That's a good revenge coming out from Keon Shiki. And with this, Purple Haze will fall down for the first time in this third game between these two teams. On the top side, the structure has been secured, and right now, there is a 3v1 situation coming out for Mercy. He should go back, but there is a follow-up coming out from Invoker as well. Raised fight over years, he is still surviving. He's having a lot of, shield onto him. Gaga falls down there. Final blow comes into the hand by Wing. Right now, Wing going in there with the Spear of Misery. He's not going to find any kills at this moment, and he's just targeting out, locking down his target onto the turret, slamming on. Lemonade goes in for the grab. Flicker comes to the way. He needs to retaliate back, but right now he's getting captured. He doesn't have the ultimate. He flickered out to the safer zone. He's getting chased down to Tote's Voices, and this will be Hyunchiki securing the kill onto Lemonade. Shutdown happening, and on the bot side, 1v1 situation. 7 force being applied, but he will be taken down into the mid fight. We're gonna see the extension and suppression onto that Zatian as well. They're taking on the fights in the verge of mid, and the tier 1, the mid will be succeeded as well. Lane expansion happening. Pitchy, the trades are going totally into the hand of EWS right now.
Oh my goodness, Wing, though, he's surprisingly he's on to taking down the turrets right now, because last game he was not having a comfortable time, but as of now 4-2-0. Look at him taking away the killing spree. That's gonna be the stun coming in. Wing really looking in a very bad position, moves out of the way with the flicker, but for the Levener as well as Purple Lane. Invoker also looking quite low. Arul jumps in, but he doesn't have his flicker. That means he will have to look forward for who is there right in front of me. That's gonna be Mercy. Gaga moves back. SOD doesn't connect there right well, but Kevin Shaky being the tank jungler, I feel like this is another saving grace for them. But Radio jumps into the back lanes.
Okay, there is a fight coming in. Here's the Monforce implied, and right now Radio falls down with that Flam coming into the way, but Glue is getting a lot of damage. All of comes in the way as well, slowing down with a Valise burst, and they need to retaliate back. The Z10 was fine at this point, and the third turtle will eventually goes into the hand of EWS here. They're doing so fine. 12-5 the score is. There is a goal lead is already settled. That is almost 5K. This team is right now cooking it. They're layering the crowd control perfectly, noticing the spacing from the back line, and also excellently targeting the selection in the mid fight as well. But now, onto the bot side, British Fighter used Mercy in a safer position. He knows that he's baiting out the resources. The Monforce comes into the way. The magic penetration is coming in as well. Paquito goes in there. Mercy, can he survive? He went for the flicker, goes back, targeting out. He missed it. One hit away from getting down, but somehow is totally not going back. He's trying to fight back. The Monforce. No, he doesn't have it though. Fury of the Phoenix years right now, targeting down Purple Haze. He goes back with the help of the Polycap. The grab is on to the Hilda. Lemoner versus Nox. Nox might get taken out at this point. He's having a very less health, and there you go, guys. Killing spree. Mercy gonna grab it.
My goodness. Look at them. Gaga once again deadly magic onto his hands. Double kill for Purple Haze. Despite being a tank jungle onto their hands, Purple Haze still performing a role onto the other hands. He's trying to go for a bit more, but he knows he does have his mobility. He does have his, party hat. Also, he is having an easier time right here, but crazy though. We'll have to see what is going to be happening because Radio, Saman Force dropped in, and Mercy easily taking away that turret onto his hands.
One after one, macro is falling down from the side of team Cyber Drifters. It's not just the macro pitchy, it's the pressure you're right now having. Goes in, finds the kill on the Radio. He couldn't even survive the burst coming out with the Harley. Mercy goes in for the engage, fall down, immediately shut it happen. Fear the Phoenix comes away, they're initiating the fight, but not gonna retaliate because they know they are high with the damage, they're high with the builds right now, and they know that they might gonna finish it with the 3-0. Onto the top, inhibitor falling down. They open the nexus for them. Fights is coming in here. There is the burst comes up. The Glue is trying to go for the engage. It's unstoppable. Secure onto Gaga. Nox falls down. Double onto Keon Chiki. It's just one member right now getting trapped down. Can he survive? I don't feel so. British Fighter years. The three members are trying to take him down, but somehow Lemoner goes down there with the Harith falling into the hand of Wig, and a killing spree onto that one member. That is the Lapu Lapu. Is the end, guys. The verge of end is here. I mean, I can't even believe the defense have crumbled. The throne is exposed, and EWS are marching into history and dominating 3-0 sweep in the grand finale at Battle of Crown in the Algambo Esports. They are the champion, guys. Not even a chance for a reverse sweep, not even a chance for a comeback, not even a close call, just pure domination from EWS as they claim the championship with a 3-0 victory.
What a game coming in from EWS. Look at that. This was the turning point once again for Eyes Wide Shut. Now again, Cyber Drifters really tried to hold it out. They really tried to get Wink away, but no, his hits were really, echoing to every single member right there, going in for a wipeout role as well. That was despite being such a great pick. That Lapu Lapu really struggled against that Paquito. No wonder why the Paquito, I wonder why the Paquito is actually coming on to this, meta once again. But there you go. It's going to be Invoker picks up the MVP.
He is the one, guys. He is the one who managed to secure the MVP because look at that KDA 3-0-10, 10 assists, and I'm definitely sure that he has a lot of team participation throughout the fights. Everybody deserves an MVP here. 5 of them tried their best to carve their name into the history of Algambo Esports with a 3-0 victory against Cyber Drifters. I told you, no chance, not even a single close call from Cyber Drifters in the do or die game. That was the domination. And not even the Lord has been taken by them. They finished it without the Lord. Can you just believe this thing? Like taking out the front inhibitor on the top, then taking down kill of Harith into the mid. And at the same time, they managed to torment Arul onto the top. And it's just two members surviving. That is Invoker and Wing. And they managed to finish it at all. They finished the whole 2 week story in just a clean sweep chapter against Cyberdrifters. What a start! What an end! What an end it was! EWS, your, ladies and gentlemen, your new champion, guys. EWS, commit the throne. Literally bow down to the champions.
Oh my goodness, what a game! What a game coming in from Cyber Drifters as well. But crazy enough, it is just gonna be a clean sweep. Cyber Drifters really tried to hold it out. They had that momentum onto the second game. They had that momentum a bit onto the third game as well, but they just lost it all out. But it's okay. They will be having the second place. But congratulations once again to teams Eyes Wide Shut for securing the first place and taking away a good massive prize as well. But this segment is not over right here, so we'll have to announce the giveaway winners as well who were present in the chat today.
That was another thing, Pichi. I need to tell you one more thing. That is, I think we have already reached 1K subscribers, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Let me check right now. Yes, we hit it, guys. Congratulations to all the Algambo family and to the Algambo Esports members, because we already hit 1K subscribers today. Thank you so much for the support throughout the tournament. You guys were the real MVP. I always say this because you guys already poured the support to us. And as we promised you all that the 5,000 diamond giveaway to the 10 lucky people, to the 10 lucky members who will have 500 diamonds each, will be doing right now, because you guys did it, guys. Thank you so much. I asked it, you did it. It's a very, 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 very lovely thing to see, because we already reached 1K tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Pichi, are you happy? Are you excited?
Yes, excited to see who's going to be the winner, because there's going to be 5 winners from the Hindi stream and there's going to be 5 winners from the English stream as well. So I hope the members who are there right from the match number 1 do get lucky tonight. And with that, we'll have to wait for the winners. I do believe we are going to announce them on the stream.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it for sure. But don't forget to promote our upcoming weekly streams, guys. And we will be doing our weekly stream soon. So you guys have to promote us. How? You have to share our stream to your friends. You have to, say your friends that we are hosting the weekly streams. They have to participate in it, because you have to start somewhere your esports career, your esports stream, your dream to become the champion. So what's better than the weekly stream, guys? And also our next tournament is coming soon, so you have to be with us every time, supporting us. We join our Discord server, join our Instagram handle. By following us, you will be getting all the information about the next tournaments. It will be having a massive prize pool with more number of competitors, because we'll be having more slots this time for the new teams. So guys, are you all excited for this? Because I'm also excited. As a caster, I'll have more and more matches to cast at the Algambo Esports. So I'm the most happiest person. As a viewer also, you should be happy, because there will not be the matches only, Pichi. There will be also so many giveaways with it.
That is true. So stay tuned, guys, and also do follow our Instagram. That is also due right there, because if you wanna participate on the, you know, uh, screens, so there's the announcement gonna be there, and also do join up the this also our Discord for the announcement.
Definitely, definitely. And that was a heck of a win, I'll say, because let's talk about the win, Pichi. I was hoping for at least for a 3-1, not a 3-0. But then suddenly the wind literally shifted in the second game, and we saw the comeback, the rise of Team EWS. And on the third game, there was no error play from the side of Team EWS. They did not even give a little bit of mistake, when not a single throw throughout the fights, throughout the sequence of turrets. Everything was like a so smooth and so synergized that it was looking so flawless. I mean, people would have been thinking like cyber drifters are so bad with their synergy. No, bro. EWS was playing so well because cyber drifters also chose the same path just like EWS to reach the finals, because there were no double elimination round. They were all knockout rounds. So both of them have chose the same path, but in the finals we saw a precise, calculative, synergized EWS who managed to, I mean, capitate the throne tonight.
That's true. What a game coming in. What a game coming in from both the sides. But, MOBA 5 being MOBA 5v5, only one can come up, and we got our winners. And also, we got our winners from the English stream as well. The first winner will be our Shinryu. Second goes to Yuri. Third would be Kaiser. Fourth would be Bad Ruffin 2002. And the fifth winner, the last winner, is gonna be Rise.
Congratulations, guys. Shin, Yuri, Kaiser, Bad Ruffin, as well as Rise. You guys did so well, and you're right now the one who won the giveaway. I love to see that, guys. I love to see that. You guys got it because you guys support us throughout the tournament. So you got your reward tonight. Nice, man. Okay. Yep. So
Just,
right now, I think we'll be going for our closing segment, if I'm not wrong.
I think we do have another segment before this. As much as I remember, we will be having a interview possibly with the team, the winning team, Eyes Wide Shut. So, ladies and gentlemen, do stay tuned right here. We are not yet over.
Okay, so now we'll be taking a short break and coming back soon for the interview, guys. So be there, stay tuned with us because there will be a lot of talks with the champions.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a short segment before we end our tournament. But before that, what a game! What a game coming in from the side of Team Eyes Wide Shut. A clean sweep, no mercy shown. So we'll have to know what the teams were thinking to get so good towards this victory. So this is going to be PT with a short interview. And today, let me welcome Invoker as well as Sarah Moon, who was Purple Haze in the game. So, welcome, guys. How are you guys doing?
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
we're doing good.
So, really, congratulations once again for winning this Algambo's Battle of Crown. What a game you guys have shown. Like, come on. I would really want to talk about the second game. There was a moment where Cyber Drifters really had it in the hands, but that's just one moment. That one moment last. What were you guys thinking about? Like, were you guys like rushing in? Like, oh my God, this is our moment to win the game.
Go, Asia, you go first.
The second game,
Yeah.
we were kind of struggling in the early game server, but
True.
yeah, we pulled it off. Props to my
Actually, in the second game, like my players were like both my sideliners were having MS issue.
Oh.
They was having like 200 MS plus, and then like we were having early game issue, and then we was like, it's okay, just chill, hold on, we will win the late game, something like that.
Oh
And we was
my.
just holding on, and they made a mistake, so we utilize it on. that's
Oh
that's how we won it.
That is really good way to utilize your, enemy's mistake. Though again, we as a casters really thought that second game might be Cyber Drifters, but even with the network problem, pulling it off, really hats off to you guys. So crazy. Love how you guys coordinate throughout the whole matches, be it match number 1, 2, or 3. But I would love to think about what happens a little bit behind the scenes. Since you guys had problem with the network onto the second match, and the third match you guys had a bit of comfort server as well. So when it's a comfort server, you guys gave Purple Haze the Harley as well. So what is it that when to take those kind of heroes and when not to take those kind of heroes?
You go, Joe, Sia.
um. So for our draft, it I don't know. They just gave the Harley away, so we were
Oh.
planning to trade it with.
Actually, for draft, Lemono usually draft for us again. The drafting and all everything, he does it. Lemonia does it. So we are just silent. We just wait for him. We don't do anything in the draft. We just wait for him.
Oh, so he's the shot caller since he's the tank of the game. Like he's the one who's just giving all that shot call. So that was
Yeah, yeah.
really refreshing to hear. And also, if you guys can say one thing to your supporters, we have seen a lot of your fans right there in the stream chat, rooting for you guys to win, and you guys have given them the clean sweep. So what you guys would love to say for that?
You
Go,
say,
share.
man.
uh, Thank you everyone, I guess, for supporting. We are just like we are newly formed squad, and then like we are just starting it from the starting point again. Not aiming too big, nah. Just going step by step, trying to win like from the small tournaments to the big tournaments. We will grow up slowly. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Thank you everyone.
That is really good to hear. I hope your team really reaches new heights and we will be seeing more of you. But my next question would be if you could pick one team anywhere from this world to face next, which team that would be?
Eh, what? Pardon?
Any team from the world, be it Indonesia, be it Philippines, be it India as well. We have a lot of teams going around in the
Yeah, yeah.
MLBB. So, which team do you guys want to go against?
Oh shit. Go, bro, sure.
I don't even know, bro. Any Indian team
Eh,
would be good.
Indian, yeah. I think Indian team is enough for us for now, bro. I think like outside teams, yeah, step by step. Outside team to go
I'll
against them like too much for us, I think. maybe we focus on the India first, and then
Damn, that's good though. Would love to see you guys on the higher stage, and I'm gonna ask the same
yeah.
question. Maybe the answer will be changing, but but just to wrap it up, one last thing. See, you guys were there right from the registrations to the end point. So how are you guys feeling? How was the experience throughout the tournament?
Go, share.
The experience was good. Think we knew we were gonna win it. Very, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we did. This tournament was fun. It was fine. Everything, all Bengal server, everything was good. We was just like we hoping we won't get the Mumbai servers, which like more and more. So like yeah, everything was good. It was all smooth. We got all the Bengal servers.
Oh, really loving the confidence coming in from you guys. Really loved how you guys played as well. Congratulations once again to our champions, ladies and gentlemen. Do give them a round of applause, a imaginary round of applause as of now coming in from me. And to wrap it up, I would love to. Oh, there you go. There comes the soundboard for us. I hope.
Nice one.
And thank you, thank you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me extend my gratitude to every single one of them. And they are at our Algambo Esports. The backends were really cooperative. The backends really worked hard. And I would love to hear a few words from one of our organizers. So, Jiraya Sensei, if you could.
That was a surprise for me as well, at least. Thank you so much, guys, for all the
Welcome.
support all the lovely casters and the players that have been there for us. And we'll make sure to keep hosting such tournaments for you guys and weekly scrims. Keep participating and gaming. We are there for you.
Thank you again. Thank you everyone for staying till right here. And with that, that's a wrap for Battle of Crown season number 1. But don't worry, season 2 might be coming in soon. So with that, see you guys next time.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.